Yeah, we back, y'all. We back. Underground community, UDC Click. What up? What up? I'm your host, the Black Horseman. Shout out to True Media. It's everybody keeps it 100, staying true to who they are, and doing their part in this media. We back at it, man. Another morning. Good morning, everybody. Y'all smash the like button if you come in and join this conversation. A lot can happen in 24 hours, man. And we're going to talk about unifications today. And we're going to let it be known, certain ones need to sit their ass down. They need to have several seats. Okay. But we're going to talk about Spence and Porter. I have been patiently waiting, like, you know what? What's going on? Taking their damn time and dragging their feet with this fight. But it looks like, according to a very credible source, that the fight is going to happen. It's looking like August the 3rd. I'm not sure the destination yet. Purses and whatever else. That don't matter. I just know as a boxing fan, right? I'm happy. Unifications are always great for boxing. And especially when it comes to this PBC side. Because we just ain't been seeing it. And shout out to Errol Spence for finally living up to one of his catchphrases, strap season. That's all I wanted. That's it. See, apply pressure, get results. You know, one of the few people that was saying, nah, he need to unify. He need to unify. Everybody else was like, let the niggas starve. These niggas desperate. They need you. No, you need to live up to the hype. You said you the boogeyman. You say you strap season. This is how you can back all of that up. Unify. Get in there with a live dog who got not just any ordinary strap. We talking about the WBC. Okay? The WBC strap. And all I can say is thank you. That's all I ever wanted. Some people interpret it as hate. Oh, you hating on Errol? You hating on Errol? No. Say what you want to say. Okay? But truth be told is I just want the guy to live up to the hype. If he the best in the welterweight division, I want to see it. You can't say you the best and not fight the best. You know where it starts? Fighting other champions. And this is a step in the right direction. Proud of this guy for finally doing away with all the tune-up fights. Because I saw 3 tune-up fights in a row from Errol. But now, this is the real test. Another top welterweight. His second top welterweight. Let's let that be clear. Okay? Guys are trying to compare his accomplishments to the likes of Keith Thurman. And I'm like, sit your ass down somewhere. Sit your ass down. Guys like to use triangle theories and shit. Oh, he beat the guy that beat Sean Porter. I don't give a shit. That don't mean he beat Sean. That don't mean he can beat Keith. And that don't mean he can beat Bud. You still got to have these fights so that we can see. Hey, watching. Y'all hit the like button. Okay? You got to show improve. Now, I have no doubt in my mind that this guy's a top welterweight. You don't become a champion being trash or being a bum. Errol can fight his ass off. I was just waiting for him to get in there with another top dog. And here we are. This will be his second top welterweight that he's faced. This is better competition than Ocampos and Lamont Petersons and the Algiers and the Bundus. No, 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 no. I'm glad that you took care of those, took care of that work. But those are good wins, not great wins. Great wins is when you beat top fighters. Those are great wins on your resume. Beating Sean, getting that WBC strap, that's a great win. Shout out to Errol Spence for taking this fight and unifying and not listening to your fanboys and telling you to starve him out, avoid the fight. You this pay-per-view king and shit, because you're not. You're not. This is going to be on PBC Fox, okay? So a lot of y'all keep talking about all this pay-per-view stars cracking off on the PBC side. I don't see it. I don't see it, okay? But I'm glad that we get to see this on Fox, PBC Fox. You did? Benefits the fans. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Had to check something. Wrong cue. But so I'm glad we get to watch this. Fox, PBC, excuse me. Either way, it ain't on pay-per-view. So pay-per-view stars stay on pay-per-view. You're not a pay-per-view star if you need a particular dance partner to put you on pay-per-view. And then the next fight, you're not on pay-per-view. So you're moving in the right direction. Yeah, you know what's great also about this unification? If Errol wins, VADA clean boxing program for the duration of your career, especially if you stay undefeated. Okay? No more suspicions about Errol ducking the VADA clean boxing program, because that comes with being a WBC champion. So thank you, Errol. From this day forward, you will not hear me raising any suspicions about Errol Spence and performance enhancement drugs, or avoiding all year round random blood in your intestine, because the WBC has that VADA clean boxing program. And we bang VADA or not over here, in case you didn't know. Once again, I'm your host, The Black Horseman. Take the time to hit the channels tab on my homepage and subscribe to all my brothers in UDC Click. Okay? I'm going to send a link out to them so they can join the discussion. I'm just warming it up like I normally do every morning. Make sure you got that bell icon punched in. And be ready to get this content, man. Shout out to Angel Santos, Charles D. Them my bros right there. Chin Smoke. Angel says, we know the PBC is listening. If not, the PBC protectors are listening. Charles D says, don't care about the politics. Unification. Right. Chin Smoke says, it's about damn time we get this unification. Absolutely. Good morning, though, bro. Angel says, VADA or nada. Fair across the board. Hold all sanctioning bodies accountable. Yeah, man. We need to take the best of each sanctioning body, right? And apply those great qualities to every sanctioning body, whether it's strict mandatories, the weight clause the next day, the VADA testing, so on and so forth. All the best of everything, and apply that to everyone, every sanctioning body. You dig? We're going to talk about Lomo as well. Okay? Hold on, get this shit queued up. Get this shit queued up. We're going to talk about Lomachenko. All right, kill that music. Let's talk about Lomachenko, as they call him. You know what I mean? Lomachenko. Okay. Good morning to y'all. Get the link sent out while we're chopping it up. Talk about Lomachenko. You know, a lot of people have been having a criticisms about Bob Arum, right? But you know what? When it comes to Top Rank and when it comes to the zone, even got to throw Golden Boy in that equation. These niggas are at least pushing these unifications, okay, more consistently than what I'm seeing on the PBC side, okay? Let's just keep that shit a stack. Just keep that shit a stack because let's think about it. How many current unified champions we have right now in PBC? We got Jared Hurd, right? Jared Hurd. Shout out to Jared Hurd. Shout out to him. I like Jared Hurd. I really wish that they were putting more promo behind him. I feel like the guy that's the most accomplished, man, that's the guy that you need to be putting the most promo behind. That's not a shot at Deontay Wilder, but he ain't unifying right now. He want to be Hollywood. Errol Spence is finally getting ready to unify. Okay. Keith, you know, he ruined his whole chances of any type of big promo by taking this retirement. I know this is the injuries or whatever, but still, you know, that slipped away. That definitely slipped. Who else? I mean, it's unfortunate Gary Russell can't unify. I don't know what's going on with Bob Arum with that, you know. But all right, let me get this link sent. Lawrence, if you watch it, man, make sure you jump on today, man. I appreciate you, bro. Lawrence Williams, he was the one that broke the news about the unification yesterday. Shout out to Main Man Made Man. I was on his live stream in the comments, and Lawrence Williams jumped in there and actually broke the news to us that August 3rd, the fight's supposed to go down. So the link is sent to the UGC. Let me send another link out to my homie Red and Hamed. Hamed gave Dr. Blick that work yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, sheesh. Sheesh. You know, it was kind of surgical. But it is what it is. It's how I get down over here, man. That's how I go down sometimes. I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a second, man. I'm gonna get these links sent out though. Okay. But while I'm getting these links sent out, you know, people have so much criticisms about and what happened? People having criticisms about Bob Arum this, and you know, he's a, you know, whatever they comments they want to say, but at least this guy is pushing for the fights that fans actually want to see. We want to see one face, one name. We want to see unifications, undisputed, right? At least that's what I thought. Some of y'all probably like, you know, some of y'all's fanboys, you know. You just want your guy to shine, whether he got one belt or not. Some guys got one belt, and guys is acting like he's the face of boxing. One belt. That's it. One belt. And you guys are acting like these dudes has done so much in the sport. They just want to hold on to that one strap, and they don't want to do nothing else with it. You know? But nah. I've been staying focused. I've been keeping the same energy. I want to see the best versus the best. I want to see one face, one name in each weight class. That's what I want to see. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all. Okay. If one guy's acting like he don't want you to fight, my focus I can take my focus off one guy and look at the next guy who wants to actually unify. Now I'm watching, y'all hit the like button. What's up, Phil Banny says, how many Loma nut huggers in here then? Okay, so you're a hater. All right. The nigga's about to unify. You about to get the WBC. I mean, you don't have to be a Lomo nut hugger to give it up to him. You know what I mean? I'm not a hater. Shout out to Loma. You know what I mean? The mere fact that he's trying to go after another strap, which some of y'all, probably your favorite fighter, don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you need to stop hating. Boxing Monster, what's up, bro? He says, did someone put Phil on timeout yesterday? Yeah, I think so, man. The Gully says, LSC being protected. He's had too many easy fights in his career. Who is LSC? Chin Smoke says, Phil need to chill. No fanboys here, just real boxing fans. Yeah, that sounds like fanboy talk. Over here, we got real boxing fans, bro. Real boxing fans. You know, that's one thing about it. If you're not a real boxing fan, this ain't the place for you. Go on to one of them other channels, bro. Just saying. Oh, Leo Santa Cruz. Okay. I was like, LSC. Phil Band says he caught out an old, nearly 40-year-old Rigo. He got millions. Rigo got 140K. Okay. So you hate him because of that one fight? Rigo wanted that fight, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think Rigo wanted that fight. I think a lot of people felt Rigo was going to win that fight. He didn't win the fight. Lomo won it. Yeah, you can say he had the physical advantages and all that. Yeah, it is what it is, but elite fighters still find a way to get it done. You seen Canelo and Danny Jacobs. You seen Floyd and Canelo Alvarez. Just saying. Elite fighters still find a way to win, even at a disadvantage. If his defense was A1, then he would have won the fight. I understand politics and all that stuff is involved, but that's in the past. Since then, Lomo has moved on. He's gone up in weight. He's challenged himself versus the best in his weight class. Guy's been ducking. Tank don't want to fight him. Do he? Mikey didn't want to fight him. Mikey skipped to my lewd his ass up out the motherfucking weight class. He like, I'd rather get my ass fucking dominated by Arrow than to deal with this Matrix shit. Y'all niggas got me fucked up. He left. I don't give Mikey a pass for that. I don't. Sorry. I don't. So yeah, we can talk about that one fight, right? And the disadvantages and politics and money. I understand all of that. But since then, I mean, Lomachenko, man, I think he has the most titles in at least in the quickest amount of time, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. So I understand, like, prematurely, a lot of people was trying to say shit like, you know, this guy's pound for pound #1 over Bud and shit like that. I was like, nigga, stop it, you know. But he is positioning himself to where if he keeps winning and he gets a third strap, now we talking about something different. Shout out to IOTBA Boxing Talk. I agree with his video. You probably got to put Canelo Alvarez at the #1 spot right now, currently, present day. We can go off past shit, right? About what Bud did at 140. We could talk about what Usyk did at cruiserweight. We could talk about what people have done in recent weight classes. They are still up in the top pound for pound conversation. But current day, Canelo Alvarez is he's beating guys that, some of the best guys in his weight class. This nigga has, I think, a strap at a higher weight class. He's just beat Danny Jacobs. He got 3 straps. He only need uno más. Nigga, uno más. And he in the undisputed conversation. So we got to probably put Canelo up there. We talking about a cash cow, skills to pay the bills, unified middleweight champion of the world. Okay. So at the end of the day, you niggas got to stop hating, bro. There's no need to hate. Let's just deal with facts. And but yeah, Lomachenko's supposed to be fighting this WBC. Looking like he might get this WBC matchup with what's the guy name? Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell. Shame. I thought Devin Haney was gonna get that shot, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Angel says, my thing is how they gonna serve up Luke Campbell like that to Loma. It's some BS. That kid ain't ready Another British sacrificial lamb for Loma. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if it's you know how the politics and shit is, man. You know, so but we wouldn't be talking about Loma getting his hands on a vacant strap if Mikey didn't duck, if Mikey didn't skip to my Lou his ass up out of there. I blame Mikey for this shit. Okay. And Mikey gonna get the smoke on this live stream. Just letting y'all know. Mikey gonna get that shit. Because even though I fucked with his bro, Robert Garcia, I think he's one of the best trainers in boxing. But Mikey, hey, look, this ain't no respectable shit he been doing lately. Okay. I'm not a fan of guys leaving an entire division unfulfilled, unaccomplished. This man could have just took care of business, and this man, 135 WBC champion. He could have handled business. That just made me think that he was concerned about getting beat by Lomo. And I know what side of the street he's on. So he's like, if I'm going to take this L, I'd rather take an L getting paid good and getting beat by somebody on my side of the street. Not a Bob Arum fighter. Not that Matrix shit. Hell no. And I think he had a really good chance to win that fight. But that's one thing that fans can think these guys can win a fight, but the individual fighter don't act like it. Now he ain't got no strap. Strapless. So at the end of the day, man, I don't give him no pass like that for this. And then I'm hearing talks about this guy want to get a rematch with Earl. Man, sit your ass down somewhere. Have several seats. Nobody want to see that shit again. Who in the motherfucking chat want to see Mikey in a rematch with Errol Spence? For what? To see your ass get obliterated again? Dominated for 12 rounds? Wasn't even competitive. Why would somebody want to see that you get dominated every round just to see you raise your hand in the air like you did something? Like, niggas, sit down. Sit your ass down. Oh, Charles says Carissa Shields hasn't beat 2 weight classes, 9 fights. Yeah, thank you for reminding me that. I still got Carissa in my top 3 pound for pound. For sure. For sure. Got to put the pressure on these men because they ain't doing shit. A lot of them ain't doing shit. They running their mouth trying to be Hollywood. But when it comes to the sport of boxing, yeah, no. Doing little or nothing. All right, y'all give me a second. I got to open this door. I'm using the camera and I'm using the mic, so I'm just letting you know I'm using the mic and the camera. All right, I'm back. But yeah, we got 13 watching. Y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. If you're here to get up out of here, catch the playback. Hit the thumbs down. Let me see. Samuel Shaw says, let's not act like the WBC didn't do some bullshit for Loma to get that fight. Yeah, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. I think it's, a lot of, the business aspect involved, the money, and, you know how that go. But once again, we wouldn't even be in this situation if Mikey had just stayed at 135 and handled his business. Now, All you did was just you gave Lomo a free belt. Nobody expect this guy, Luke Campbell, to beat Lomo. But Mikey basically vacated the belt, gave the belt up for Lomo to grab. So Mikey made all of this possible. So thank you, Mikey. Now we're gonna have a 3-strap unified champion in Lomachenko. And there's only gonna be one more belt left to get. And then a lot of you niggas on the PBC side really gonna be mad because we're gonna be talking about an undisputed Lomo if we get all them straps. Okay. So niggas like to talk about chess moves and shit. Okay. Right. Let's just leave this belt right here so that Lomo can grab it. You know, let's not defend the empire. Let's just vacate the empire. That's just dumb. Like, what kind of chess is these niggas playing over there? Rascal said Mikey did the moonwalk and never came back. Yeah, you don't get no respect for that. And then you talking about, I want to fight Arrow again. Man, sit down. Sit down somewhere. Ain't you supposed to have an exhibition versus Eric Morales? And this ain't a shot at the dude that is in the hospital or whatever. But stop talking dumb, Mikey. Stop talking dumb. Figure out what you're going to do with your career, bro. Because it was a bad move, in my opinion. Bad move. Never wanted to see that fight from jump. Don't even know why I paid for that. I'm just a diehard boxing fan, so I watch boxing and I'm willing to pay for it. I got every fucking thing. ESPN, DAZN, Showtime. When HBO was on, I had HBO. All of that shit. Because I just like to watch boxing. But that was a stupid move, Mikey. You know what I'm saying? You left the throne to get dethroned, nigga. You still had the throne when you got your ass beat at 147. Then you just vacated the empire. Like, what are y'all doing at PBC? What are y'all doing? John LeJune says we need a real undisputed champion. Joe says Mikey wanted no smoke. Yeah, Mikey, you know, you didn't want no smoke with Lomo. None smokes. So, you know, maybe some of y'all disagree with me. That's just the way I see it. You know what I mean? I see it that way. Like, this motherfucker Doug Lomo to go get a bag and then vacated this shit. Let me see. Gully says Jordan Gill's fighting this Friday. He's slick and great to watch. You Americans will like him. If it's on DAZN, you should watch him. Ray Ford is on the card too. I gotta look him up. I don't know what that is. Charles, he says Spence pitched a damn shutout. Yeah. Dominated this fool. Now you talking about, yeah, I want to fight Arrow again. Nigga, no. Stop it. Stop. Rascal says Mikey's too fat, too slow to beat Loma. This man and jumped out the division, and Loma's about to. I mean, Loma been shining, now he really gonna shine. Telling you, man, like niggas be trying to, and this is the thing about it, man. I know a lot of people be trying to like say, you know, like they like to just glorify the PBC fighters and say, like, you know, oh man, dude's on the wrong side of the street. Okay. I've said this before. I'm not saying that these guys are not getting paid. Okay. All of these fighters and champions is getting paid. But some of these guys that you're saying need to go sign with PBC, would they have the same career, right? If they were signed with PBC? Or would it just be like the rest of these other PBC guys, you know? They got this money, they flashy, you know, they real Hollywood like, you know what I'm saying? But how many unifications do they have? How many times they've been undisputed? You know, are these guys fighting the top competition? You know, is Al Heyman actually pushing these guys in position to fight these fan-friendly fights? I'm just saying. I see it happening on the DAZN side. See it happening on the Top Rank side. I'm just saying. Consistently. Charles D says, I was riding with Garcia over Loma. Then he drops the damn titles. I hope he's not staying at 47. Man, I already knew the nigga was going to drop that fucking title. Because I'm like, I said this shit before. I'm like, you know what? He's going to go to 47. It's going to be difficult for him to try to go back down. I'm like, either he going to go back down and get beat or he going to vacate. The motherfucker vacated. He got his ass beat and he vacated. At least Kell Brook didn't do the shit. Kell Brook went up. He didn't vacate, though. He did. He went back down, you know, which it was dumb. Okay. He went back down and defended. Okay. To where Errol took the belt off him. So Errol gets props for doing what he had to do. Okay. So he made a decision to go up to challenge himself, but he still came back down to defend his empire. He didn't vacate. He could have, but he didn't. Okay. So yeah, he lost so much respect. You might have got your money, bro. You might have gained a lot of money for that fight, but you lost so much respect for doing that. Had he held on to the strap, I wouldn't be talking like this about Mikey. You know? But Mikey, man, he just you're irrelevant at this point. I mean, who's checking for Mikey right now? See what I'm saying? When you get beat and then you lose your strap in a different weight class, you vacate your strap in another weight class, it's like, nah, bro. You got your ass beat and you ducked? No. You done. You done. You're gonna have to do something, I mean, spectacular, bro, to get yourself back in this type of pound for pound talk or one of the top fighters in the world. No. You got beat by a top fighter in the world and you ducked the top fighter in the world. Sorry. You don't get those props over here on UDC. Nope. Rascal said Deuce jumped on Mikey nuts when he beat weak ass Robert Easter. He said Loma would beat Mikey ass. Yeah, and then Robert Easter looked like garbage juice in his last fight versus not Delorme. What's the nigga name? That nigga's not even worth mentioning. Cause I seen that nigga get his ass beat in person, the dude he lost to, or a dude he had a draw with. On the Mikey looking at on the card. It didn't even worth me, going through my damn brain cells trying to figure out who that was. Ridiculous. How you gonna fight to a draw with a nigga with pink dreads? Like, what the get out of here, Robert. What are you doing? You were not prepared, nigga. Iron Cone, what's up, bro? He says, I'm not sure what Mikey plan to do. Beatings are everywhere. 140 pro grade might get him. And he ducked Loma. And we all know 147 ain't for him. So what now? It's smoke all over the place. Smoke all over the place. Like you was better off just staying at 135, okay, and dealing with smoke there. Now you jumped up to 147. Now you in the in-between. You stuck between 140, 147, 135. You don't know what you're going to do now. Who the fuck is it? Al Heyman. Are you advising Mikey to do this shit? Who advised Mikey to go up to face Errol, first off? And then who advised Mikey to vacate? Got to do better. Got to do better. You know? Like, come on now. Let's look at it. 135. So that PBC had their little start. They had their little positioning at 135. Mikey was he looked like he was a great fighter, right? Top pound for pound fighter. He just lost his whole positioning. So PBC is out of the damn 135 sweepstakes. It's gone. Lomo's about to get that WBC strap. Only one more left to get. Who's Richard Coleman with? I doubt it's PBC. Maybe I'm wrong. but ain't nowhere to run or hide. Bob Arum top rank, they about to take over at 135. Okay. Even if Teofimo actually beat him, that's still top rank. I don't think Teofimo can beat him, but if he do, that's still, I mean, that's chess right there. That's real chess. Niggas be talking about when PBC do this weird ass shit, they be like, nigga, they playing chess. Hmm? What kind of shit is this, bro? What kind of chess y'all call this right here? Leave the whole battlefield, huh? Left the battlefield chess. Angel says, I said from the very beginning, this was a dumb move to make when it was first rumored. Yeah, I'm like, this is the dumbest shit. You know, I gave him his respect for daring to be great, but if you had no intention on still defending your strap at 135, fam, oh God. Whoever advised you, bro, bad move. Bad move. All the way bad move. You know. Anybody been seeing Ellie and Mikey Garcia face getting interviews from him lately? See what happens when you lose? Especially on PBC side. Them niggas just be savage, bro. They act like you don't exist. Boxing Mom says Mikey Garcia has fought the so-called boogeyman of boxing. LOL, and y'all saying he's scared of Valeriano with a tennis ball. Please, Lomachenko has no power. No one is afraid of him. Well, hey, what's your assessment on a boxing monster? I don't know how to chop it up other than the fact that he saw Lomo. This is how I look at it. Errol was a risk. We already know. Loma was a risk. Okay. Loma was a risk in his own weight class, but Loma was on a whole different side of the street. So the way I'm breaking it down is he like, I'd rather go get a big payday fighting Errol in Texas. Okay. Big chance I'm gonna lose, but at least if I lose, we keep the L in the family. We keep it in the PBC family. Now, before he went up, I don't know if he already had an intention to vacate or if he just decided, like, fuck, I got my ass beat. I got dominated so bad that I'm not even confident I can come back to 135 and, you know what I'm saying, dominate there. But either way, this shit's stupid. This shit was dumb. Angel says, I knew ESJ and Mikey would get criticized either way it went. Just bad for business, not a good look. This is bad. If you want to talk about business-wise as far as money, yeah. I mean, you get your money. See what I'm saying? That's why I call them the money team. They are the money team. They do everything that's just money driven. It's not legacy driven. It's not fan driven. It's about it's selfish. Okay. Mikey going up to face Errol, that was a selfish move. Okay. Errol facing Mikey, that was a selfish move. The fans did not want to see. That was not a fight fans were just clamoring for. Okay. But I'll admit those two fighting each other in Texas, okay, it did draw a lot of attention to where people participated. I bought it. Okay. But it still was the expected result. When you look at it for what it really is, it wasn't smart. Business-wise, career-wise, it just wasn't smart. PBC has lost their positioning at 135. Mikey's in the in-between. He's trying to figure it out. Thank you, O'Shea. It was Rancis Bartholomew. Yeah, get that shit up out of here. You struggling with that guy? Yeah, Robert, it's over. It's over. There's been a lot of struggles on the PBC side. I'm just saying, bro. Just saying. Okay. Maybe Mikey and Robert can rematch or something. Yeah, rematch him. Okay. God, I don't want to see Mikey in there with Arrow. Rascal says Mikey looking like he's selling strawberries on the corner. Fad Slavi versus Spence. Phil Bant says Mikey must have been talking to Mir Khan. Samuel Shell. Okay, thank you, Samuel. He says Richard Coleman is a Lou DiBella fighter. Okay, see? Just saying. Leonard Ellaby Knowles says, what up, chat room? What up, UGC? What's up, bro? Gully says, hold on, lost my spot. Mikey fought Spence as he had nothing to lose. If he lost, he could say he lost because Spence is too big. If Mikey lost to Loma, he couldn't blame it on anything. See? That's what I'm looking at it like. Bro, you just, if you lost to Loma, it's just like, yeah. Another victim of the Matrix, nigga. Your ass got beat. You know, Top Rank can say, yeah, we beat one of PBC's top fighters. So, a strategic duck. That was a strategic duck right there. Phil Ban says, Danny Garcia will ice Mikey Garcia. All Stone Cold Killers at 47. Man, I think Danny would stop Mikey. Errol didn't stop him, but I think Danny would. You know, I don't know what was up with Errol, man. All them KOs and all of a sudden shit stops. That shit was strange, nigga. But shout out to Bado Renata. Shout out to Errol. Got to unify with Sean. That's what I'm talking about. It's no more excuses now. Vada clean watch program. We're gonna see the moment. We're gonna see the real truth right here. The real truth going forward. He's either gonna win and stay in Vada, or he's gonna lose and it's gonna be nada. Damn, Phil Brand says Mikey turning into Nassim Hamed. Rice Cloud says Spence isn't a boogeyman, he's overrated. Sam Shaw says, yeah, I've seen Mikey and Ellie interview and a few fight hype too. Charles D says Spence ass whooping was worth the bag. Phil Band says Mikey got a taxi license and try to drive. I don't know if he said a lorry or Lyft or something. Good morning, No Name Rose. Boxing Monster says all facts, but he ain't afraid of Lomo. Plus, Mikey lost 2 years of his career fucking with Bob Arum. I mean, we can't go back with the Bob Arum shit. Like he had Mikey did good to position himself to where he was recognized as a top pound for pound fighter. What is he recognized as now? He's not even a champion. He's coming off a loss and he's no longer a champion. Other guys are making strategic chess moves, right? I think just in the last 3 or 4 months, like that top 5, that top pound for pound category has been shuffled, right? Like if you got to deal with present day, oh man, she can change, man. Your pound for pound list can change like every month almost. Like it just depends on what's going on. Like put it like this, man. I gotta put Canelo up there. Okay. I gotta put Lomo up there. I gotta put, because you know what, man, I'm gonna stop giving guys credit for what they did maybe in a previous weight class. Now I get it. I'm not trying to shit on Crawford. Crawford is my guy. He's undisputed and everything like that. But present day, like of who's doing it right now, you know, currently he got 1 strap. Now I know it's not his fault that these guys want to duck him and everything like that. I still put him in my top 5, okay? But I gotta put Canelo up there. Lomo's unified. He looked like he about to get that 3rd strap, right? I will put AJ up there, but I know how people is with the heavyweight division. I got Hurd up there. Yeah. Those are my strong 3. Oh, and Clarissa Shields. And then Brackus. What's Brack and Brackus? Angel says it was a casual money grab. Charles D says Easter was on his AB shit, throwing no punches. Yeah, man. That's that About Billions blueprint. Rasclaw says too many dudes worried about how much money boxers making. Those are the PBC fanboys don't want to see mega fights. Yeah, man. That's why I'll stay on my lonely ass island of just focusing on the best fights. I'm not pocket watching. The ones that don't want to see the best fights, or the fighters that don't want to fight the best fights, they don't want to talk. They always want to talk about money, money. Okay, guys that are elite, the guys that care about their legacy, they're not always talking about this money shit. They not. They have goals, man, and they trying to accomplish them shits. They like, who got what I need to get? You get all them straps, the money gonna chase you. These niggas chasing the bag is chasing a lot of these fighters. See, because when you got all of these straps, all the roads gonna lead to you. How can you not become the money man? Just crazy. But all of these other guys, they nitpick. They're like, man, who got a good following, or what guy can I fight? He may not even be a champion. Which guy can I find who can bring me a little bit of money? Who I can look spectacular against, but I can get a good money grab if I fight him. Little risk, high reward because he's popular. Oh, is it a Mexican? Oh yeah. What's the date? Set it on this date, fight him. Okay. Strategic money grab. But I see other fighters, they playing real chess. They making moves, man. They strategically, targeting fighters who have something that can elevate their status legacy-wise. And to where you gotta respect the niggas. You can't just run up like, I want to fight this nigga and call him out. You be like, hey, look, this nigga has dominated this many weight classes. He's the current unified champion of this. Niggas can't just come up and say, now I want to fight Canelo Alvarez, right? You better, hey, shit, you gotta put in work. Put in work to fight some of these guys. Because they put in work to get to where they at. Other guys just want an easy road to that fight. Like, come on, man. Let's be honest. Mikey did not deserve the Errol Spence fight. How the fuck Mikey just skips over, right, all of the other welterweights that had worked so hard to get to that point to challenge Errol? Ugas really should have got that fight. Niggas didn't like when I said this shit. I'm like, he should have gave Ugas the fight. Ugas was right there in the IBF, But Mikey, because of the money, he Mexican. I make good money in Texas. See? But what did that do for Errol? That was just a money grab. Y'all thought it was going to make him a pay-per-view star. He's about to fight Sean on PBC Fox. Okay? So, some kind of chess that they're playing. Okay? Talking about this pay-per-view star shit. Where? I don't see it. I don't see it. But I'm glad he getting ready to fight Sean. I've been saying that. Y'all know I'm like, this nigga better fight Sean next. I tell you that shit. Okay? It's the niggas I fuck with that fuck with Arrow and they think he's the best. Cool. But over here, I was gonna get that. I'm telling you, what just how you say, Angel? Equal opportunity flame over here. If you duck in Sean Porter when he says he's right there and available, you're gonna get flamed on my channel. Believe you me, it ain't gonna be pretty out here if you duck. Okay, because we've been talking about ducking another champion and that Vital Clean Boxing program. Okay, you've done it already. You ducked out the Vital Clean Boxing program before. Now it's time to unify, and it's the moment of truth. And I'm proud of you, Errol. I'm really proud of you that you're stepping up, okay? And you finally going to be strap season. We're back to strap season. Now you can wear the shirt and the hat that says strap season. Not against Mikey, buddy. Not against Bundu, Algieri, and these guys. No. Not against Lamont. No. No. Not against Ocampo. No. When you fight Sean, nigga, bang strap season all day long. Okay? Wear the shirt, wear the hat, because you're walking it like you're talking it. Okay? Make sure if you wear the man down shit, we see a man down. Okay. All right. Just saying, bruh. Got to live up to the hype. Rascal says Garcia punches harder than Spence, just not physically stronger. You know, man, I think that in some cases that's true. You know, like say for instance, like Brazil and Deontay Wilder. Brazil might be stronger, right, than Wilder, but it don't mean he punched harder than him. You know, so maybe I think Garcia will stop Mikey though. Let's see. Boxing Monster says Black Horse Promotion. None of the other PBC champs at 147 1 and 2 fight Arrow. All right. You said none of the other PBC champs. Okay. That doesn't mean that you don't fight the next best competition that's there, especially somebody who's at the top of your sanctioning body. That's why I said he should have fought Ugas. Okay. He had opportunities to fight Ugas. He did. He declined. He was looking for the bag. A lot of his fanboys were saying, who is Ugas? What kind of credit is he gonna get for that? It's a defense. Okay. So I'm not disagreeing with you, Boxing Monster. Sean at that time didn't want to face Errol, and Keith did not want to face Errol. Not disagreeing with you there. But like I've always said, if you can't get the best, fight the next best. The next best was not Mikey. So I don't give a pass there. Okay. So just because the PBC champs are ducking does not mean that you fight somebody 2 weight classes below just because you wanted a bag. But he did. He got his bag. Now it's time to fight some real smoke. This is a real smoke. This is a real free smoke fight right here. This is a free smoke fight. This is a strap season fight. Maybe it'll be a man down fight. We'll see. We'll see. Because to be honest with you, I favor Errol Spence to win this fight, but that don't mean I know that for sure. I'm sure a lot of people favor Errol Spence to win this fight. A lot of people saying he gonna stop Sean Porter. I'm like, you have to show me. You didn't do Mikey. You was hitting Mikey with some flush shots. You know, even in your own interview, you said that you was actually stepping on the gas, trying to get him up out of there. You landed over 300 some punches on him. So I don't know, it was Nevada, or if it was just Mikey really has a granite chin, or people were saying he was rolling them shots, but some of them shots was landing, even the shots to the body. You stop guys with body shots. Okay. He never went down. So, I mean, and we're not talking about a nigga who was shredded up. We're talking about a nigga in his first fight at 147. And then you going up against a guy who been at 147, who probably walk around at about 170, 175, who barely made weight in this last fight. Just saying. I pay attention to stuff like that. You're talking about a stronger guy, quicker guy, more experienced guy, a champion. I don't think it's going to be the same type of fight. But I tell you like this. If Errol can get this victory over Sean, I give him all the credit in the world. He will become the number one, without a doubt, number one welterweight over Bud, over Keith, okay, and definitely over Sean because he's going to take that strap off of him. There will be no other debates about that. No problem giving Errol that. This is what I want Errol to do, to unify, be strap season, okay, be free smoke, right? And like I said before, beating Sean is only going to force Keith to have to fight you. You either going to force Keith out of his comfort zone or you're going to force Keith out of boxing. I'm okay with either one because Ponytail needs to put up or shut up. Okay? Step up or get the fuck out the way. So This is a good chess move right here for Errol facing Sean Porter, right? So that you have that WBC and the IBF strap, and Keith out his own mouth. See, Keith can't run no more after this. Keith out his own mouth said he won his WBC belt back, didn't he? Then he said when he faces Errol, he want 3 straps on the line. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. This is the move, Errol, right here. Charles, what's up, bro? Boy, showing that swine on camera. Okay.
That ain't no swine, nigga. That's turkey bacon and some motherfucking eggs and some home fries.
Oh,
nigga.
we got the turkey bacon crack. Turkey bacon promotions. What's up, bro?
Goddamn right. No pork on the fork.
Mm-hmm. Man. Well, I'll tell you what's cracking, man. We got the unification popping off, man, between Sean Porter, Errol Spence. You know me, bro. Like, I've been pushing this. Like, you know, I told you, I said, this man ducked that Sean Porter unification. Gonna be on his ass. Finally, Sean Porter has stopped running. He said he's ready. He's waiting for a date, venue, and he's ready. He said this is the time for it. And I know a lot of people like to bring up the past, like, well, why should he fight him now? Because Sean didn't want to fight him. He was ducking him. Whoop. Hey, cool, whatever. But strap season means that you need to get them straps. So the guys right there, the WBC is right there. It's time to get it. So it looks like August 3rd, man. What's your thoughts, bro?
Listen, I didn't care what the hell was happening. Porter was the next available.
Mm-hmm.
And he talking about he want to fight all of a sudden. I was all for it. Only reason he was getting the pass, only way he was getting the pass is if Bud somehow was next or Thurman. And then it made sense. Either way, it was unification. But if he'd have turned around and fought Manny or some dumb shit, I'm through.
Right. That ain't right, because I felt like, you know, we had seen Errol fight enough easy fights, man. Tune-up fights. You know, we're talking about Lamont Peterson, Ocampo, and then Mikey coming up 2 weight classes. And it was like, okay, that's enough, Errol. We didn't seen you get these little easy cakewalk wins in the bank. Now it's time to step up and fight a unification against another top dog in your division. And now we about to get it.
The yelling strap season and fighting niggas with no strap. Time to live up to your goddamn names.
Right.
And he's going for the WBC.
Bruh. That's absolutely, bruh.
Now your boy Trav can stop talking about this nigga's areolas. Now he ain't got nothing to fire on this at that point. Let him win that strap.
We gotta let Errol make it on this one. Like, this ain't the WBA, this ain't the motherfucking WBO, this is the WBC. Ain't no excuses. VADA is involved for the duration of your
career,
nigga. So we about to, all that shit is out the window. So I'm glad. Like I said, we can put these suspicions to bed. We can finally see this man live up to his catchphrase, strap season. The free smoke shit, you can bring that back. And
I don't know about man down though, because
I'm about to say,
Porter.
Yeah, you don't think he'll do that?
Nah, man. If anything, I'll say him by like unanimous decision or some shit. But he ain't knocking out Porter. We can cancel that shit.
Damn.
Keith couldn't do it, and Keith hit him with some shit. And I'm not saying Keith the harder hitter, but Keith hit hard.
He do.
He buckled a little bit, but that was it. And he kept on fighting. I don't see, if he couldn't stop Mikey, he ain't stopping Porter.
Right. And that was vintage. That was vintage Keith, prime Keith, nigga, with the one-time power for real. Not this newer Keith.
Yeah, that was I ain't afraid to let my old go Keith.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about Tibet flute playing Keith right now. I don't know where that power's at, but shit.
Yeah, man.
Porter ain't going out of there easy.
Yeah, I mean, how do you think that Errol should approach this fight, man? Like, do you think he should fight like how he was fighting before the Mikey fight, like where he was just getting in on the inside trying to break his opponents down to the body, or should he fight on the outside like how he did with Mikey?
Keep it 100. I would tell him to box how he did Mikey, but Sean ain't gonna allow that shit. Sean is not gonna allow that shit. As soon as Sean gonna try that boxing shit like Ugas, not gonna work. He gonna go to where he know best. I'm gonna get in this nigga's chest, and that might backfire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Earl like being close, but hey, man, that's that bully shit. Sean like that shit.
Yeah. I think
So,
Sean gonna really.
Sean gonna force the pace on him.
Yeah. So you think Sean gonna try to dictate the pace on Earl?
Oh, of course, he's gonna try to rough him up. I mean, physically, he the bigger fighter.
Yeah.
Not in height, but as far as strength and weight,
Yeah, he's stocky. Yeah.
he gonna try to bully his ass. But that's gonna play into Spence hands, man. Spence gonna be able to sit down and plant shots.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if the power show up though. Where's Trav at to evaluate the nipples, man? What's his strength looking at right now?
We say
I said, where's Trav at? He be looking at the nipples.
he in here. Matter of fact, he says he said Porter being set up. Team Porter needs to make him enroll in a clean boxing program ASAP. If not, Spence has an advantage. No testing until it's almost time for the fight. I mean,
But isn't he still under it now from the? Oh no, he's not. The fight's over.
No, he's not. He's not. That's the thing about it. See, Arrow's not in the clean boxing program, and that's only my thing too with Anthony Joshua, even Lomachenko. So this is the similarities too between this is the similarities between Lomachenko and Errol Spence. At the same time, these guys are looking to pursue the WBC strap finally, right? To where if you become champion, now there ain't no excuses. It ain't no you just do the VADA one fight at a time, here and there. No, nigga, it's consistent. It's consistent, So I hear what you're saying, Trav. And yeah, that is I wasn't gonna bring that up because you know how people get. But I'm just like, you know what? That's the only thing that Sean got to be prepared for because the whole time before this fight was announced, we don't know what these guys is doing in the in-between. Now, Sean is in the clean boxing program. Sean can't do shit because they can pull up at any moment. Errol, on the other hand, he's only under that microscope when the fight is made. And then if he wins from here on out, it's on and cracking. They can be on his ass. They can, don't matter where you at, they can pull up. You got to be in that clean boxing program for them to be able to just pull up on you in and out of competition. Red Glove says, wouldn't Spence have to now? No. If the fight hasn't really been officially made yet, because you go to box rate, it's not official yet. But a good source saying that they're looking at about August 3rd. So once the fight is officially made and the training camp start, then they can start on him. But as far as the time between the end of the Mikey fight and now, we don't know. I'm not saying Errol's doing anything, but I'm just saying that when you're not in a clean boxing program, there's a gray area where it's just like you don't know what a guy could be doing in between fights. So that's why the clean boxing program, we always push that shit because it don't matter if you got a fight schedule or not, them niggas can pull up. You know what I mean? So that's just the thing about it. Let me see. Boxing Monster says that Charles D. According to Mike Coppinger, the anticipated welterweight unification match between Errol and Sean is likely to take place August 3rd at the Barclays. Yeah. They saying that food look good, bro. Let's see. Samuel says Sean Porter got boo-boo in his camp to get ready for Errol. Oh, that's good.
Black on, baby.
Wow. Hey, what you think about that? Samuel Shaw says Sean Porter got boo-boo in his camp to get ready for Errol.
He said he got Sean Porter.
Sean Porter has Boo-Boo Andrade in his camp to get ready for Errol.
Why? They're both lefty, but that's it.
What you mean? You don't think that Demetrius Andrade is a good person to, get him prepared for Errol?
Boo-Boo a whole goddamn weirdo. First off, I don't like Boo-Boo. Boo-Boo just weirdo. That nigga's space cadet, but I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I guess so. He got long arms.
He's a very, very I think that if you can deal with Andrade, you got a really good chance to deal with Errol. I mean, I know that nigga's a weirdo, but just off boxing ability, we're talking about a tall guy, long arms. He can move. He's a very strong, southpaw. I think that, to be honest with you, if I had to choose, I think Demetrius Andrade is definitely a better boxer than Errol. I think it's a good idea.
I mean, shit, it ain't gonna hurt, but I don't see why he would do that for. I mean, I can see it, but I still wouldn't. Nah. Boo
You
Boo a
just don't
weirdo.
like the nigga, huh? You was
Yeah,
like,
I
fuck
can't
that
stand Boo
weirdo.
Boo. That nigga's a damn weirdo.
He is a weirdo, but you know what? I kind of like the fact that he would be using Boo Boo in that camp. Matter of fact, they both in snack, so that makes sense. They both snack fighters. Red Glove says, "Thank you, Al Heyman." He says, "Thank you, Al Heyman, and thank you, Bob Arum. Y'all both did a good thing yesterday." Absolutely, absolutely. That's real chess moves. Real chess moves. You know. Let's see. Simon Shaw says Sean said Keith is the hardest puncher he has fought. So you think Errol could possibly punch harder than Sean? Because like I said, man, we were saying a little bit ago, some people think Errol gonna stop Sean, but Sean has been
I
hit
don't
by
see him
Keith.
stopping. He gonna get hit a lot because he gonna have to get in close. And I believe Spence got the longer arms, but shit, he ain't stopping him.
Do you think
I don't see him stopping him at all.
do you think Errol's a better boxer than Keith?
Nah.
Mm. So do you think
Nah.
that because we seen how disruptive Sean was versus Keith.
Yeah, but
So
and look what he did with Keith. He jumped in on his ass.
exactly. So do you think that
He ain't give him time to set his feet. That nigga Keith was on his bicycle moving.
so being that you said Keith is a better boxer, do you think that Errol might have more problems with Sean than Keith did?
Nah, they both good counter punches because that's how Keith was keeping his ass awful. Every time
Yeah,
he tried to jump in and smother, Keith would fire a counter shot.
he was still
But see
struggling
that's
though.
yeah, but that's the difference though. Keith don't like that inside shit.
Oh,
Spence do.
yeah,
You see, Keith wanted distance.
right.
And Sean made him hella uncomfortable. Shit, Spencer fight your ass in the closet. Project Elevator.
Yeah, he didn't do that with Mikey though. That's what kind of concerned me. But
Yeah, but he didn't have to. That was an option.
that was you
He
think that
could
was
have.
an
He
option?
yeah. He outboxed him, but you think at points when he wanted to walk him down, he walked him down.
Yeah,
Didn't
he
get him out
did.
of there, but he walked him down.
I'm just looking at the styles, man. Like I just feel like that's a dangerous thing for Errol to just be on the inside with Sean.
Nah, he's gonna pick his spots, but you can't give the leg. But you see, you trying to figure out what edge that you can give to Porter. They both
Mm-hmm.
like that bully shit. They both like to come forward. So you can throw that out. That's a whitewash. You can throw that out the window. The only advantage that Spence got is that he can bang from the outside against them.
Yeah, yeah. I think definitely on the outside that favors
That's what Porter
Errol.
can't do that. I mean, he can try, but he looked like shit doing it against Ugas.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think Porter is a elite fight from the outside. Like Errol
Exactly.
showed me in that Mikey fight that you know what, if this nigga can control the niggas with the stick, you know, and counter, and you know, use good head movement, he's he's good on the outside.
Uh-huh.
And that was good that we saw that because we so
Porter's the
used to
exact opposite.
say again.
I said, and Porter's the opposite. He struggled even from the outside with Ugas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the only difference in that, you know, he had somebody coming to him. You know what I mean? So yeah, though, I think definitely Errol is the better outside fighter.
And when it comes to that inside shit, I figure that's a whitewash for both of them because they both like infighting. So that's that. I feel that no one has a leg up on that one because that's both their bread and butter.
Yeah, yeah.
But if someone has to do something different and make that adjustment, that'll be Spence.
Yeah. Samuel Shaw says Errol said he's done with that boxing shit. He said he doesn't like the box. I remember when he said that, and I didn't like that comment. I'm like, bro, don't get
But
away from that.
It didn't work with Ugas.
No. He's saying Errol said that.
Oh, I thought you said Porter said that.
Nah, Errol. And I don't like the fact that he said that because I'm like, bro, that shit worked, bro. That was a dominant performance. Like I didn't have no problem with Errol boxing.
Hold on for a second. Bitch, who you talking to?
Oh, Charles D, don't slap a chick up, bro. Oh man. Hopefully Charles will slap somebody up. Let me see. Yeah, but Samuel Shaw, man, I didn't like that he said that. I honestly feel like, man, You do what you need to do to win the fight. Because, like, what if he go in there and just try to, like, dog walk, you know what I mean, Sean Porter, and then turns out that's in Sean Porter's favor, and he end up losing just to try to please the fans. Like, sometimes, man, like, you know how many fights Floyd won without pleasing the fans? Shit, he had a box. Nigga, he made it look like a boring fight, but at least he got the W. I'd rather see Errol box, nigga, instead of getting there and get your ass head butted and cut and all kind of crazy street fight looking shit, and your ass end up on the losing end of it, Because hey, if I mean I'm not rooting for Errol to lose, you know what I mean? I just want to see a good fight. I'm just glad he finally unifying. But when I'm breaking it down, I don't know if he just need to get in that, fighting like that dog fight shit with Sean. Like, that might play into his hands. Sean is strong though, man. Like, people be kind of sleeping on Sean. Sean is a strong fighter, and he gonna make it an ugly fight. And Errol don't want to get into that ugly fight shit with him, because I think the uglier nigga gonna win.
My bad about that.
Oh, you good? I didn't even know what happened. I'm like, please don't slap.
Oh nah, man. This little Mexican nigga I thought he was talking to me, talking to somebody else behind me, but he was standing next to me. That's why I'm like, who the fuck this nigga? Who you talking to?
Yeah, man. Don't knock niggas out on live, bro. Shit.
I put the phone in my pocket, nigga.
Oh, that's what you did? I was like, what the hell is he doing?
I put the phone in my pocket.
Let me see. Red Glove says, well, Aaron put Loma in position to fight Campbell for the vacant WBC title, and Heyman Side of the Street made the Spence Porter fight. Yeah,
that's for the WBC, right, with Loma?
Yeah.
But he's not enrolled either.
That's what Trav just said. He says, I also don't like the WBC giving Loma that shot without being enrolled. That's unfair to guys like Haney, who were ranked and enrolled. They should have made him enrolled immediately to get the shot. I agree with you there, bro. That's the same thing with Errol, though.
Some bullshit. Yeah, but at least he a champion though, and he
both of them.
But he was in he did the Vada shit for Mikey. Was fucking this dude ever enrolled for any fight? Loma?
I don't think so, bro. Anybody know that in the chat?
Bingo.
Yeah, that's worse. Yeah, anybody know if matter of fact, Trav, has Loma ever done Vada testing for any fight?
Come on, nipple watcher, hit us with the facts.
Come on, man. Come on with the nipple scope.
Yeah, his areolas look normal.
Right. That nigga said the Vada had that nigga nipples looking regular and shit. Oh, Trav says, yeah, I think for Rigo he did it. See, but like, I still don't like that. Like one fight here and there. That's why I was giving,
Yeah, that was years ago.
Right. Same thing with like the Kell Brook fight. Like, people say, oh, you did it for Kell Brook. Like, nigga, that was years ago, bro. Like, how about stay consistently doing Vada? But I feel that point though. Both of y'all make good points on that. Like, a guy who wasn't even enrolled in Vada, when you know that that's a requirement pretty much as a champ.
He frogged Haney, and Haney's ranked in the fucking, and he's enrolled.
Yeah, they swiped that nigga Haney out of there. That's fucked up. And he just signed that co-promotion deal with the Zone.
Bad way to kick it off. Well, I don't think, I can't say bad way to kick it off, but it's fucked up. He wasn't considered.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Loma.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough, man. That's just crazy though, man. Like, damn. I mean, shit. Might be where yeah, that's crazy, man. But that means all roads gonna end up leading to Loma, man. Because the only thing left is gonna be Coleman.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that because now we get to see ain't no hopping and skipping around with his ass unless he going down to fight Tank. But whatever smoke you got over there at 135, you have to deal with that.
You talking about Haney?
Haney and fucking Loma. Because they could probably be setting that up for us. I can't say a mega fight because Haney ain't that known yet, but he ain't that far off.
Mm-hmm.
And with his size, he'll get.
Oh no, he with the Zone. He about to blow up, bro.
Yeah, and with his size, he'll definitely give fucking Loma problems.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking about that. Like, man, Loma gonna have some problems with Haney.
That boy can box. He long as shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to come into his man strength.
Do you think, like, if the fight was to happen, like, say, late this year or early next year, you think Haney be ready for Loma?
You said later this year? Yeah, he'll be ready.
I'm just saying, like, if it happened anytime soon, you think Haney will be ready for that type of test, Loma test?
Yeah, I don't see why not. he got advantages. If he's smart, he'd use them. Like I said,
Yeah.
he's long. He got power.
Yeah.
I mean, Loma can't step around this motherfucker with that long ass jab. The king can box.
Yeah, bro. That height advantage,
Because if he
speed,
had,
defense.
look at what he went through with Pedraza. Haney ain't no damn Pedraza, but he faster. He know how to work that. He got a damn good jab.
Right.
He punches in combination. He'll give Loma fits. If he don't beat him, it'll be a damn good fight.
Yeah, he got one of the best jabs, I think, in boxing. What's your thoughts? Remember a few more comments, and I'm gonna ask you a quick question. Red Glove says you made a good Styles make fights point. He said you almost turned the live stream into World Star.
Nah, I don't do no World Star shit, man.
Yeah, but you almost made the live stream a World Star if you would have slapped that nigga up.
I had it in the pocket. Y'all wouldn't have had no footage of that. Y'all had just heard.
It was like
this nigga's wilding.
Yeah, all kind of shit, moving and shit. Red Glove says, so what would be?
Thanks.
Red Glove says, so what would be a better way to go about that unification?
Oh,
which one you talking about, Red Glove?
Damn,
Trav says Luke Campbell won't be a cakewalk for him. I ain't never seen a dude fight, to be honest with you. So I don't know nothing about him. I can't even comment on that.
Stunting hard in the Mozzie.
Huh?
I said this nigga stunting hard in the Mozzie.
Oh. Mozzie.
But
I was gonna ask you a question, man. What's your thoughts on Mikey talking about he want a rematch with Errol Spence?
Yeah, nigga, when I heard that shit, I threw that shit up in the hangout. That's why I threw it out there. The first one who said some shit was a bias.
Yeah, man. So yeah,
I'm biased. Like, where the fuck you hear that shit from? I was like, yo, I was listening to somebody and they was like, yeah, Mikey said he won a couple more fights at 147, and then he said he could have did better against Errol Spence. He wants another shot. I was like, that's why I was like, yo, a hard head make a soft ass because you just took a beating. Why the fuck do you want to run that back? You didn't look good at all, nigga. You look good. The only time you look good, nigga, was on the ring wall. Had your little hat, waving and shit, doing a little lasso shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. As soon as that bell rung, nigga, you got beat from pillar to post. That shit was not cool.
Yeah, bro. That shit was a wrap.
Like, how much harder you want this nigga? How much more you want him to whoop your ass? You want to get knocked out?
Yeah.
Because he did everything but that.
Right. Exactly. He was saying Loma. So he's saying, how are they going to make that unification?
Good,
I mean, he said, what would be a better way to go about that unification? What do you mean a better way to go about it? I mean,
like how though? What is he talking about?
I don't know if he's talking about with the testing thing, because we were talking about like being that he's only done VADA for the Rigo fight. So I mean, if they had longer.
What you mean, like prior to the fight, like what they could have done before he got the shot, or what they could do as like going forward?
I mean, if he's referring to the testing thing, I would say like give them more time to test, before the fight actually gets made or something. But I don't know. He says
something like that, like give him like a 3 or 4 month window, like start testing at that point, see if you catch anything. Like you can't get these niggas, can't give them a heads up and shit.
Yeah, he's saying y'all made a good point about Loma, but it's a unification, so I'm not sure that would be the best way for this to happen. Should the unification be placed on hold until Loma makes a couple of fights on VADA? I mean,
no, not that bad, but shit. If you knew the fight was coming, which means it took months of negotiations, could have had him enroll then, just because the fact that he's considering it. I mean, what's the worst case scenario that can happen? You pop dirty and the fight don't happen. Like shit, you ain't fighting, so you ain't active. I don't think they could fine you or violate you for being on some shit and you ain't active. I don't think.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing too, because the dangers of it, like say for right now, being that the fight is not really official yet. Like there's stuff that he can use that's non-detectable once they start training camp. You know what I mean? That's already going to give him an advantage in, his working out, his training and things like that. Like it's shit out there, man, that these guys can use before training camp starts. And then once they start training, they already getting that advantage. I mean, it's even stuff that you can use to be out of your system in 24 hours. We know the HGH. So niggas that's been being pop, nigga, it's been a whole educational experience, nigga, learning about this shit because it's stuff out there, man, that is
Thanks to your
crazy.
boy Miller, nigga was willing to die in the ring.
Yeah, Miller was just, he didn't care. He like, I don't care if my heart explodes, nigga. I'm going to do everything.
That nigga was on. That nigga collected all 5 Infinity Stones. That nigga was on all of that shit.
Yeah, he was definitely on that.
I got something for AJ's ass. I'm gonna punch this nigga to the 3rd row.
Right. We probably would have saw that shit too.
Exactly.
And
Everyone
AJ,
knows I ain't a power puncher either, but I'm gonna show that Thanos strength today.
yeah, and then and then I didn't like in the interview, AJ was like, I would have fought him too. I'm like, shit, you tripping, bro. Why would you fight a nigga with all of that shit?
Exactly. There's levels to this shit. Like when Wilder said he'll fight Ortiz, that was blood pressure shit. And he only got caught, with the same thing twice. This nigga was on all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
You would have gotten that ring, that nigga done fucking punched your ass into a damn coma.
Yep. Samuel Shaw says the WBC had plans for a tournament: Loma versus Campbell, Haney versus Zaur, Abulev, and Teofimo versus Fortuna. But Bob is taking Teofimo out the mix to fight Colmay down the line for the IBF.
Why would you take Teofimo off though?
I don't know, bro. He probably don't want to risk that nigga. You know what I mean? Like probably for money.
Who else he said was in that tournament? He said Haney was.
Haney versus Zaur Abulev, and then he said Loma versus Campbell.
So why would you take Haney off of it? You already got a prospect on there.
No, not Haney. He said he would take Teofimo. He said out the mix to fight Colmay down the line for the IBF.
Yeah, but shit, that fighter'll still be there. Why not? See what he do in this tournament and see what the fuck happens down the road.
Right. I guess to try to strategically make sure he has all the belts first before it happens. You know what I mean? That way it'll be unification, a top rank unification. Teofimo's top rank, Lomo's top rank. You feel me? So that's probably why he's doing it like that. He wants somebody to go and get that belt. Let me see. Trav says, oh wait, Unbiased. What's up, bro? He says, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Campbell not good. He got better after he lost to bum ass Mendy, but he just isn't a good fighter. Haney would have beaten him, so no doubt Loma should. Trav says Campbell is tall, long, can box outside, coming forward, and has good power. He was an Olympic gold medalist. I thought he beat Linares and he beat the other guy he lost to in a rematch. Oh, okay. So he basically saying that even though he got those 2 losses, they were very controversial. So
listen.
But I'm biased for like that Haney could beat him, and he feel like Loma would definitely beat him too.
I feel Haney would too, but they know what they doing with fucking Loma.
Yeah,
they serving that nigga right on up.
How do you? What's your thoughts on how Bob Arum is moving his fighters, man?
I don't like the way he's treating Loma over Bud.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, let's just look at it. I mean, he was undisputed at 140, so he got Bud. Go ahead.
Yeah, but look how they campaign. Look how they campaign for Bud, and look at the campaign for Loma. This nigga Loma get hella love for a nigga with a loss. Didn't run that fade back with Salido. Didn't run that fade back with Russell. You got Bud, 135 champion, undisputed at 140. He's your biggest fighter. Why are you putting Loma ahead of him?
Right. You talking about as far as giving him more promo?
Yeah. Attention wise, like every time you hear some shit, like even when we watch the fucking fights on TV, these biased ass fucking commentators.
Yeah, like I don't
Loma,
know.
Look at this. They're 1A and 1B. Like there's no 1A and 1B. Bud is pound for pound number 1. What the fuck you talk about? Loma got a loss.
No, that's my question, like 14 because fights. I don't never really hear like I hear like the networks, like the biased people that's on ESPN will say certain things. It used to be the white dudes say shit like Lomo this or talk about Lomo during Bud's fight, but I never really hear
the vice versa. You don't hear them saying the same shit when it's Loma fighting. It's all about Loma,
right? But that's why I asked you a question about Bob, because I understand like how these biased commentaries and stuff like that. You think that has something to do with Bob, or that's just them guys having their own bias to Lomo and giving him promo? Because the promo is coming from these guys that's talking about him on these big networks.
Yeah, but you know that's Bob influence. You gotta keep
You
Loma's
think
name in his mouth.
you think that's Bob influencing them to talk more about Lomo than Terrence Bud
Crawford.
Crawford?
Yep.
Because in the interviews, I don't even really, I don't know. Maybe y'all, can disagree, but
and the foul shit is Loma acknowledges that Bud's the better fighter
that's what I'm
and
saying.
says he's number one.
That's
And they
true.
still push that fucking narrative.
That's what I said. When you said they, I was like, is it actually Bob or just the other people that's on the networks like ESPN? It's not like he runs all of
Just like yeah,
ESPN.
exactly. I'd say it's a collective group.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just like say for instance of the commentators for like let's say a Sean or Abner Mares or these guys that do the PBC commentary or like Lennox Lewis and these guys are talking more about a fighter over another. Is that Al Heyman's fault or is it just these guys who have their own particular bias? And I'm not taking up for Bob. So if y'all feel like Bob is pushing Loma more than Bud, then cool. But I'm just saying, like, when I hear
That's
people
just
pushing Lomo, I hear the people that's on the staff of the network of ESPN pushing that shit. And it's usually one complexion that is, doing that. Now,
yeah, like Max Kellerman punk ass. I used to like Max Kellerman.
Max, exactly.
Now
We
he act
know
like
Max.
now he with ESPN. This motherfucker banged his head. And he
Yeah, he used to be solid.
It's like, yo, dude, what the fuck?
He used to be solid. I don't know if they gave him an extra bag to start pushing Lomo more or something.
I have no goddamn clue.
Yeah, he used to be solid, man. Matter of fact,
that 1A, 1B shit, I want to throw something at my TV when I seen that shit. I'm sitting, he's like, yeah, and Loma's 1A, and Crawford is right there with him at 1B. I was like, how the fuck is he right there? This nigga surpassed him. Easy.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what, though? When you look at present day, though, like if we had a judge on what's going on right now, Lomo is a unified champion, but is a champion at welterweight, but he got one strap, and that's not his fault. He wants to unify. But
yeah, I just saw that last tweet he had too. This nigga called out all of them.
And because of the politics on the PBC side, ducking him, we probably would be talking about Bud already unified. You know what I mean? If he was to get one of those fights already. So it kind of makes it like Lomo right now has the advantage present day. Like say for instance, like Canelo Alvarez just the other day, he just pretty much passed up niggas on the pound for pound list. He got 3 straps now. You feel me? So it's like I almost got to kind of start doing my pound for pound list a little different off based on what's going on present day. Not taking nothing away from what Bud has already done.
Nah, we can't change the criteria.
Nah.
Shit.
Like I think his legacy is better than a lot of other guys in the whole welterweight division, period. But when I'm just talking about pound for pound list of right now, what's going on in their own weight classes and what they're doing, current pound for pound, maybe
yeah, but
I could see.
Welterweight isn't sorted out yet, though.
Say again?
I said, yeah, but the welterweight division isn't sorted out yet. There's no one sitting there holding more belts than the other. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. And that's why I said, if Spence gets this belt off Porter, I gotta definitely, I'm saying, make it.
Well, he's a leg up. He's got 2 to everybody else 1.
Yeah. So that's what I made that point to bring up. Like, is it really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really almost can't knock somebody right now to say Lomo's higher pound for pound than a Bud Crawford. You see what I'm saying? Because of simple fact,
Loma's not in my top 5. I'm sorry, man.
He's a unified champion, bro. He's won in multiple weight classes.
Got an L.
He said because of the L. Oh, that's fucked up.
Nigga lost to a nigga who steals beer. I don't give a fuck.
I gotta put Loma up there, man. Like, lost or not, the nigga he's been, I don't know what win streak he's on, but since then,
nigga like 4.
Oh, but you know what?
Probably not even that. How many fights Loma got? Like 14,
that nigga got to
15?
get that WBC strap. He ain't in Nevada, so hey, it's Vada or nada. I keep forgetting this nigga's not a Vada fighter, bro. He's not a Vada road fighter, so never mind. Scratch that nigga off the list. That's why I said it's gonna be the moment of truth, man. With this WBC he gets and Spence getting the WBC. Then we can talk about
keep it a buck, even though he's not enrolled in it. I don't think this little nigga's on anything anyway, man. You'd be able to well, now you can't tell, but I don't think well, his stamina is never an issue. Like he ain't got nothing to give you eyebrow raising shit because he's always had stamina. He's always been active in the ring. So you can't be like, oh, if he move any more fucking faster than the nigga, this nigga's on speed. Like he can't do anything. He can't do anything else to move in the ring any faster than when he's moving. You see that nigga move any faster for a duration of 12 rounds, then eyebrows start raising. Like, all right, this nigga he's fighting it fast forward. Like, this nigga wasn't like this before. What the fuck?
Let me see what they talking about. Red Glove says they can make the fight from 4 months from now, and he has to be on VADA ASAP. Trav says Spence might be using that G-dub. What the fuck? Man, that should stay in your system 40 days. You know what I mean?
This nigga trying to have his heart bust to get the motherfucking WB strap. He putting his life on the line for it.
Shit, you better not be doing nothing, boy. That shit will catch you. He'll catch your ass. Unbiased says I favor Teofimo over Campbell too right now. LOL. So of course Loma going to beat him. Red Glove says if that's true, then Bob is fucking up. What's he referring to? Boxing Mom says I got Haney beating all of them. Trav says it.
The Crawford Loma situation.
Oh, maybe. Trav says it makes sense because he only has to win 1 fight instead of 2 for a title shot. He can also keep the fight in-house. Campbell definitely lost the first fight, but he was very young and inexperienced fighting a very experienced fighter. He avenged the loss in a rematch. Unbiased says Campbell did look good versus Linares, but let's keep it a stack. Linares is a bum. He been stopped by bums. He won his belt from a bum. He been guided his career safely. Damn. Unbiased blew smoke on that. Unbiased says Campbell might put Loma on his ass. What? You think so? I gotta watch this guy. Phil Bant says no one wants to catch an L today. No one today wants to catch an L. He says Campbell only lost 2 times. By split decision.
Who dropped him?
Linares.
God damn it. Was it Linares or was it hit him with a fucking a jab?
Nah, it was a straight. Ran into a straight. He ate that shit. Walked right into
straight
it.
Right hand, right?
Walked right into that motherfucker.
Yeah, but it wasn't devastating. It was just enough to be like, ooh.
Hamed says
if you fight somebody else and see if you could survive that right hand.
Hamed said Linares won multiple titles in 3 weights, was just not as good as top 10 pound per pound and has a bad chin. Boxing Monster says, I heard Black Fan TV say the other day the Hispanics in Texas were different and better than the Hispanics in Cali and Mexico. LOL sounds like an old white man talking about slaves. What?
What's the difference?
With what? Let me read it again. He said the Hispanics in Texas were different and better than the Hispanics in Cali and Mexico. De La Hoya's from Cali.
But better how? Like, what the fuck was the...
I think he's talking about fighting, maybe. I mean, De La Hoya's from Cali. Let me see. Who else is from Cali? He said Cali, Mexico. Canelo Alvarez from Mexico. What the fuck? Who's better than Canelo? What Mexican is better than Canelo right now? Yeah, I think that's the buzzer right there. And Hamed says being a Crawford.
Pause too to think about that shit. Like, hell no, there's nobody out there.
Right. What? Who's in Texas that's better than Canelo? Or who's done more than Crawford? I mean, more than De La Hoya.
Canelo. Oh, shit, either.
De La Hoya's from Cali. Canelo's from Mexico.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think who's in Texas that's even close.
I'm trying to think too. I don't know where that. I can understand that bias shit, but it's just like, damn, like we got to make it make sense.
They got some good prospects, but shit.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna hurt my brain cells trying to figure that shit out.
I stopped thinking, nigga.
Yeah. Hamed says being a Crawford fanboy don't mean you gotta hate Lomachenko.
I'm not a fanboy. I'm just saying you must be hurt because you a Loma fanboy, motherfucker.
No, Hamed is coming at Unbiased. They going at it in the chat.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because he kind of shitting on Lomo. Unbiased be giving Lomo smoke.
He need to get that. Oh, that's another one of Jalik's favorites too. Unless he
fell Lomo.
Unless he fell back awful.
Jalik, he didn't take too many L's this week, man. That's enough. Yeah, they going at it. So I mean, at the end of the day, man, yeah, somebody also said too, I don't know who was, I read it. It said that you were speaking of Max Kellerman. He didn't want to talk about he want to see the Errol Spence Mike Garcia rematch. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
For what? For your own personal amusement and shit?
Yeah, like what? I don't know if he was a Super Mikey Garcia fan or something. He wanted to see him try to avenge the loss. Like, come
You
on,
see what I'm
man.
saying? What ESPN done gave this nigga? This nigga done. I want to know what this bad. How much money they giving these niggas to just switch their whole stance?
Do you think
It's
he
got to
got
be life
something
changing.
against Crawford?
Nah, I can't even say that because when they had Spence up there and Crawford, he was trying to bait them into fighting each other. Like, that's the fight the fans want to see, and he was dick riding. That Max Kellerman is all over the fucking place, man.
It's weird, huh? Maybe when he
This
started
move.
hanging out with Stephen A, he started just changing up or some shit. I don't know. Stephen A is the worst, nigga.
Yeah, but you can expect that from Stephen A. Max Kellerman is a boxing analyst.
Yeah, exactly. You can't
He
go
don't
from
get a pass. He don't get a pass for that.
Nah, yeah, you're right. You're right. You don't get no pass, Max.
At all. You come from boxing and just
Right.
recently joined ESPN. Stephen A. Smith been doing that ESPN shit for years. He's not a boxing analyst. This is what Max does, and he's all over the fucking place. I don't get this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the Loma shit, man. All of a sudden, this motherfucker's 1A and slight edge to Loma. How? Where is the edge? Like where?
Right. When Loma would tell you straight up that I'm nowhere near
I am
Crawford's
not.
level.
Nope. Crawford is number one pound for pound. If you got him conceding that, the argument over. Stop with the 1A, 1B shit.
Yeah, man. This is
You're
crazy.
hearing it from the horse's mouth. No, I am not number one. Thank you. Nope. White Jesus. He's the greatest thing walking on God's green earth.
Mm-hmm.
With one loss. And
That's
never ran
crazy.
it back.
Right. It could be, you can have Jesus and the devil on the planet at the same time. They'll be like, nah, Jesus is that nigga. You know, Max Kellerman like, you know what? The devil's 1A, Jesus is 1A, 1B.
The fact that
didn't
Jesus
I
is
just tell you?
the fact that he's giving it to Jesus, he's giving it to the devil. I gotta question that. Like, shut up.
Right. The nigga just want to just create controversy, nigga. Make niggas want to do videos on the nigga and shit. Like, they're talking about me.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand where the hate's coming from. Nigga, we saying the same shit.
Man.
Why are they hating on me? Nigga, why are you hating on Bud?
Why is Unbiased and Hamed, nigga, they are going at it in the chat. Maybe tomorrow they're gonna have to get that debate in or something. Y'all niggas
y'all gonna have to just jump on right now for my entertainment.
Shit, boy. Y'all
and get it in. Because I can't see shit right now.
Yeah, the link has already been sent out, but everybody kind of occupied. Just me and Charles D. This motherfucker, man.
See if I can see what's going on. Okay, there we go.
Oh man, I just said something about Jesus and these niggas get deep with it.
Oh, here we go. I'm looking.
You see what the hell? I'm like, damn, I was just using the joke. It's
Jesus
analogy,
from Somalia.
Just jokes, nigga.
Africa, right next to Jerusalem.
His skin is brass. His hair is woolly.
That's not Jesus in that picture. That's Kenny G. Didn't you hear him say Jesus was skin of bronze, hair of wool, and you got Kenny G hanging in your living room?
Niggas gonna go off like Jesus does not look like Max.
Exactly.
He looks like Jalik. No good.
Bronze skin, woolly hair,
dreads.
This nigga Jesus that you got hanging in your living room is from fucking South Dakota.
You're right. Jesus isn't from the North Pole. He's from the South.
That's my yoga instructor hanging in
your living room. He's from Texas. He's from Texas, man.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I can see Hamed and Unbiased. Here we go.
Them niggas is going at it, bro. There's so much smoke. God damn. If you can see the fucking effects, it'd be all kind of flames and smoke coming out of the damn chat right now.
That's Hamed's fucking slogan. You make 0 sense, bro. 0.
Hey, he flamed Dr. Blake though, bro. You see him get at that nigga that work yesterday?
Yeah, I was sitting there.
Damn.
And then Jalik jumped on and got his ass kicked.
Just Jalik, man.
Just for about 20 minutes.
You know how that be happening to Jalik? Because Jalik always try to defend the guy that's taking the L in the debate. And then he ends up
seeing him fucking defend a Low Place. Like, Low Place is handling his business. Like, y'all niggas is kicking Low's Place teeth in.
This nigga that jumped in the ring. Hamed ain't playing this week. What's up, bro?
All right, bro. That's good.
Oh man, we were just being entertained by the chat, y'all. You and Byron was going at it, bro.
Man got tired of typing.
I'm not gonna say too much. If you want to jump on, you can. But I'll say this: look, I said he's a Lomachenko hater because the guy, the way he's categorizing someone like Lenara is.
Bro, this is too easy.
One sec.
Too easy.
Oh,
Go
shit.
ahead.
It's not easy.
Go ahead,
man.
Alex.
I get
Go
butted.
ahead.
But anyway, let me just say this.
Both their asses got tired of typing.
The thing is, I never once said Leonardo was a Hall of Famer or was a top 10 pound for pound fighter. The only thing I was saying is, how can you call someone like that a bum?
Oh shit, Jalik's in the chat.
I think that's a bit over the top because the guy was a unified champion. I don't care who he beat. Let's just go by facts. He was a unified champion. Was the guy at 135. A guy Mikey could have fought and could have seen was the actual number one at lightweight. But Lomachenko came along, knocked him out, beat him, and at the moment, I think you could say he's the number one lightweight.
He's been knocked out by...
One sec.
Bro.
So everyone has been knocked out. You can't use that, man.
No, not everybody's been knocked out. Not everybody's been knocked out.
So majority, Mike Tyson's been knocked out. Why exactly is it?
So that doesn't. You can't say everybody's been knocked out. Not everybody's been knocked out.
A lot of fighters have been knocked out.
Like, what are you talking about? What you're saying is a bad. What you're saying. Yeah. So what? I didn't even talk about American.
Knocked out by a guy.
What do you mean? What's wrong with getting knocked out? Your point is, listen. Your point is retarded. What
you said, how is he a bum? Explain how he's a bum.
One at a time.
Hold on. You just talk. So let me go. You just said that most boxers get knocked out. Okay, that's not true. All right, that's
a lot of boxers have.
Okay,
right,
listen. Now let's go by his resume at 135. Right, his resume at 135 is not better than Robert Easter's. It's not. I'm sorry, Kevin Mitchell.
What do you mean by Robert? What do you mean by resume?
Anthony Crolla twice. Anthony Crolla twice, Luke Campbell, Mauricio Gesta, get the fuck out of here.
When did I say he has a great resume? When did I say he has a great resume?
At 135 that was even worthy of talking about. He won the belt, then went on a UK
when did I say
tour
he has a great resume?
And beat
the only thing I was
bums.
saying,
not only that, he lost to Antonio DeMarco, who Broner beat. Not only that, he got stretched to Yayo. He got stretched by a smaller Yayo Thompson, moving up in weight, who's smaller than Lomachenko, I may add, in 2 rounds, I may add. He got stretched by Salgado in 1 round. Like, what are you talking about? The guy.
What are you talking about? You said, how is he a bum? How is he a bum? How is he a bum?
He's up. I just told you.
So if
what is his best win?
If he's a bum,
what's his best win?
You're gonna let me speak or what?
Wait a minute.
This is what this is exactly what Lomachenko fanboys do, and the bad thing is when Crawford fanboys do, and you call them out, they try deflect it. The thing is this: I'm saying, how is someone a bum if the guy was the best lightweight at the time when Lomachenko fought him, was a unified champion, and the guy won titles in 3 different weight classes? Look, you're talking about guys like Adrian Broner. Oh, he's fought better guys, but guess what? Adrian Broner lost to a lot of those guys. So what are you talking about?
Even so, Broner's better than
Broner.
Jorge Linares.
Broner's best win. What is that? Paulie Malignaggi, debatable.
Yeah, even Paulie Malignaggi is
and
better
a lot
than
of people
Linares.
thought Paulie beat. But anyway,
what are we talking? That's how bad Linares is.
When did Broner become the consensus number 1 in one of his weight classes? When did he unify? Has he even unified?
He beat DeMarco when DeMarco.
So what if he beat DeMarco? But he was not the unified champion.
He beat DeMarco when DeMarco was the consensus number 1.
But he was not the unified champion.
That would make him the consensus number 1.
But he was not the unified champion. Did he ever unify titles?
Who did he?
Didn't though. That's what my point is.
Who did Linares unify with? Crolla?
So now you're just moving goalposts.
Crolla?
He is unified. He's unified. That's my point.
Like,
so what exactly is the point?
The guys that you like, people shit on.
All right, let me see this. So,
hold on.
People shit on Crawford.
Go ahead.
People shit on Crawford. People shit on Crawford for unifying with Ndongo. Personally, I don't think Ndongo is good. There you go. That's my opinion.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't think
Ndongo is not a belt. But let me see something.
But he had a belt, right? He had a belt. Okay.
But do you think Ndongo?
Hold on, Hamed. Let him make his point. Then you gonna go.
Crolla had a vacant. They were fighting for a vacant belt. So I mean, and you want to even call that unifying, whatever. But Crolla's trash. Like Ndongo didn't even have he was undefeated. He went into 2 different countries. To me, that's better than Crolla. Like again, there is nobody on Linares' resume that really stands out or is like, oh yeah, that's a great win. There's
when exactly did I say? I was just saying to call him a bum. I think that's a bit over the top.
That would classify as being a bum.
A bum is Ocampo, the guy who's never won a title, who has never done anything. A guy who's I don't even know who he's beaten or even fought.
Come at you on that one.
What I'm trying to say is,
I'm a Spence fan. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
They're gonna get you on that. He said Ocampo is a bum.
I've seen guys call Ndongo a bum. I think that's
I wouldn't be mad at that.
That's very wrong. Let me just say something. Look, that's very over the top. The guy was unbeaten when Crawford fought him. Was he the best unified champion? Probably not. I'd say when Usyk fought Gassiev, I'd say that was probably a better unified champion. But nonetheless, the guy was unbeaten. He was a unified. What was it? 2-belt holder.
So basically, Hamed, your issue is the fact that Bias he used the term bum. So that's really what the debate's on.
And that sparked that whole shit.
Yeah, that bum shit.
Yeah, but I mean, look, we would all classify Broner as a bum, right? And he's beaten champions as well, 4 divisions.
That's just not. Guy won. Broner won titles, which one was a vacant, one was a paper, like not even a proper title. The one he won, 140, was like a second tier.
Hold on, you're saying that's an issue? Because if you're saying that an issue, you need to then take a step back and realize that Jorge Linares won most of his belts that were all vacant. Actually,
can I exactly?
Angel in there calling the shots.
Whoa! All of Linares'
belts. Don't cut me off. Look, the guy also won a second tier belt, a belt that wasn't even, I don't even think was the main WBA belt at 140. And on top of that, he's lost to everyone he's fought. All the top guys he's fought. So how is that the same?
Angel in there with the play-by-play and shit.
Campbell was a gold medalist. He beat Troller, which was a unification. I'm not saying these guys are great names, but he's beat. Look, Broner struggled with Ponce de Leon. He barely beat Paulie Malignaggi. Okay, you want to give it to him. When he fought Porter, he lost. When he fought Mikey Garcia, he lost. When he fought Maidana, he lost.
Yeah.
When he fought, who else did he lose to recently? Am I missing anyone? That's about 3 or 4 losses. Pacquiao, he lost. And he looked bad. So it's not the same. But what I'm trying to see is...
he beat that boy on God, no.
He beat that boy.
He beat that boy on God, no.
Yeah, I know he beat that boy. Go ahead.
On God.
Look, Ndongo was not a bum. Ndongo was a unified champion. All right, I'm not talking about resume. I'm just talking about what they accomplished. Ndongo was a unified champion, was unbeaten. Linares, before he lost, was a 3-weight champion, was a unified champion at 135. I don't see how you could call either one of those guys a bum. One was a 3-weight champion, the other one was a 1. Okay, fair enough. Maybe it's a bit different because Linares has been knocked out whatever before, and Ndongo was unbeaten. But my point is, I don't see how you could call someone like that a bum. I think that's a bit over the top because I've heard a couple of people say when Inouye beat Jamie McDonald, he was a bum.
Who was Linares' best win?
I'd probably go with Luke Campbell, maybe Carlo, one of those. I'm not saying those are great wins. No one said it. But look at Ndongo's.
I'm biased, got chill, man.
Ndongo beat his best win.
This nigga cracking up in the background.
Yeah, that's a bias ass.
A bias is a hater, but I don't know why he don't listen.
Nigga say he's a hater.
You are a hater.
Yo, listen, that's
he called in.
I just wanted to know his best win. That's all I wanted.
But that's what I'm saying. Look, that's what I'm saying, man. At the end of the day, I hear what you're saying. Oh yes, he unified. But again, who he unified against was bums.
I could say the same for Crawford. Then
not only that. No, but that's not true.
That's logic is bad, man. Come on.
Victor Postal's not a bum. He has incredible wins.
I'm talking about Ndongo.
No, but that you just said you could say the same about Crawford, but no, you can't. You just can't.
I'm saying
hold on. You just spoke, let me speak. So, anyways, we could say that about Jorge Linares, and the fact that you said that you tried to take away and decimate what's Linares's. Broner's wins and saying that he only won vacant belts when Linares, in fact, only won.
I said he won it. I was just stating it
himself.
One was a vacant.
Yeah, I don't get that. But
one was actually second tier belt.
Linares,
do you know the difference between second tier?
All right, hold on. You already had your time. Go ahead.
Linares' best wins, is Croller, Luke Campbell. So I mean, if you want to say, okay, he's a speedy fighter and he looks good in the ring versus who the hell is this guy, then sure. You know what I mean?
Well, he looked good against Lomachenko as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean then that should say Lomachenko's just not that good.
All right, can I ask you a question? Where do you have Lomachenko? Do you have him like not even in the top 10? Is that what you?
No, I have him top 5, Lomachenko.
Because I'm just trying to figure out. Because
again,
what I'm trying to say, because I try to keep it consistent. I got Crawford number 1, but I see guys.
No, this just because look, just because I say Linares, to me, in my opinion, is not a good fighter, and I just in my opinion, I think he's a bum because his
an opinion is not backed up by facts.
No, they're backed by what backed by. I don't care if you agree, but that's my opinion.
I said no reason. I never said I agree. I said no reason.
Fuck how you feel, nigga. Fuck how you feel.
So I'm just saying. We could do the same thing about on Crawford's resume and be like, oh well, there's a couple of bums there. I don't got a problem if we do that. We could admit it. That's the thing. Look, again, I'm not saying there isn't bums on Crawford's resume. There is. You know what I mean?
Got more fights.
There's John Molina. You know what I mean? There's a couple. So look, again, in my opinion, I just think that Linares is a bum. That's it.
But you can't really substantiate it.
And that's why I think Lomachenko will essentially beat. I think he'll beat Luke Campbell and easily, because Luke Campbell struggled with Linares, and some people thought that Luke Campbell won, but Linares won, doesn't mean that now Lomachenko is going to now struggle with Luke Campbell or Luke Campbell has a shot. No, man. Teofimo Lopez, I'd favor Teofimo Lopez to beat Luke Campbell.
Okay,
I'd favor Devin Haney to beat Luke Campbell.
Can I say something now? Look, all right, that's your opinion. You're saying Linares is a bum. Well, that's cool. That's your opinion. I could get someone else, and they could turn around and say Ndongo's a bum. I don't agree with neither one of those sentiments. Just because one guy has been knocked out doesn't exactly mean they're a bum, because there have been great fighters that have been knocked out. The point is, I'm saying both of those guys were good quality wins. For Crawford, I do think the Postal win was better than the Ndongo win, even though I think Ndongo had more belts. I do think Postal's a better fighter.
What qualifies a fighter as a bum?
Well, I mean,
people in the chat want to know.
For me, it's like you every step up fight you have, you lose. Your resume is not good. Let's see, you don't have any. Again,
one thing I would say is that when you're looking at Linares, he has 5 losses, all been stopped in all of those losses. So
yeah,
he's never going a distance in his losses, man.
That's true.
I'm not going to say. I think when you talk about bum, that's all opinion, based on what a person considers. You know, so kind of to debate somebody on their opinion is kind of like you're really probably not going to get nowhere. When you look at his resume, he's been stopped in all of his losses. So,
that's
right. And his best win is between Anthony Crolla.
And then when you look at the losses, he lost to Juan Carlos Salgado. He lost to Sergio Thompson, Antonio DeMarco, Vasily Lomachenko, and then recently Pablo Cesar Cano. So 5 losses, all been stopped in each of those losses. So.
But what I was trying to say was, this is what I'm trying to say. At the time Lomachenko beat him, I think that was a good win. I wouldn't say that was a bad win. Like, I wouldn't say that was, the guy he beat was a bum. The guy was a champion, Lomachenko.
Vasily Lomachenko had just got there, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It was a good, solid win. A guy who was seen as the number 1 lightweight at the time. A guy who had unified 2 belts. And the thing is, people go on about his resume, but if you look at Ndongo's resume, I don't think that's any better, because even before he won a title, I don't think you could probably name anyone he's fought. I know someone who he's fought without looking on BoxRec. You don't have to pull BoxRec up, but I know he fought someone before that. But when he won a title, he beat a guy called Trojanowski, knocked out, who's been beaten up since then. Okay, fair enough. Those were good wins on the road, but to call someone like Ndongo a bum, I think is over the top. To say that was like the greatest like unification, I'm not saying you're saying no, but I have seen some people try blowing up that unification. I think that's a bit over the top as well. Because his resume was just a thing.
They said who's the top 5, top pound for pound worst, the shameful list in boxing. Who's the top 5
Adonis
bones?
Stevenson. Oh, I thought you
Damn.
seen whoever.
Nah. See, again, people. I don't care if people don't like what might classify or the word usage of bum, but in my opinion, I don't rate. I just never rated Linares. That's just my opinion.
You said Adonis Stevenson's on that list?
Nah.
Oh, I thought that's
he's a good. I thought you said someone who has Adonis Stevenson as the pound for pound.
No, they said top. Yeah,
only
they said
one person in the universe feels like Adonis Stevenson was #1 pound for pound.
Yeah, that nigga. That's nigga. It's crazy. That nigga did everything to avoid Kovalev.
But this is what my point.
Some people say Kovalev did everything to avoid him or something. But go ahead.
Hell no, because he ain't won no points.
I just feel like y'all just debating y'all debating y'all's own personal opinion. I thought it was more like two fighters that y'all was comparing as far as like wins and you know what I mean?
No, because I was trying to keep it consistent because I've seen guys shit on Crawford's resume and say Gamboa is too small, Ndongo is a bum. But then when you try finding out if they could elaborate, they can't really elaborate, and it's just opinion. Well, opinion is cool because you could have someone whose opinion is they got Adonis Stevenson as #1 pound for pound fighter, but that's their opinion. I don't think many people agree with it. It's just opinion. If you can't back something up by facts or just stating one, a simple fact like
I got you, Trav.
Knocked out.
Yo,
no,
bias.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, they said is Arturo Gatti a bum?
Arturo Gatti. I think Mickey Ward is a bum, and I think
there goes Phil Bench. That's it.
Arturo Gatti, yeah, man. I mean, those guys are punching bags, in my opinion.
Mickey Ward, I'd say, was a journeyman. Gatti, I wouldn't say.
I think be 100%, man.
Dude, why does this nigga say AB is a fake pair of Nikes? What the fuck?
Emmanuel Augustus beat Mickey Ward, bro. I know a lot of people don't.
What?
Yeah, you got to rewatch that fight.
If you lose to Augustus, shout out to Augustus, but if you lose to him, you pretty much bump status. That nigga got like as many losses as he has wins.
Augustus was a true test, man.
Gatti was better than Mickey Ward. I know they had two close fights. I do think Gatti was the more proven fighter.
So do you consider Ward a bum? Mickey Ward?
Oh, if someone says that, I got no problem with that. I do think he was a journeyman. So I mean, majority of people that consider journeymen.
I mean, I don't really use that word bum. To be honest with you, man.
Yeah, I think that's over the top.
Yeah, it just seems like that's where it kind of got you fired up in the chat. I think that's just if somebody feels somebody's a bum, that's just their opinion. That's what I said. I thought y'all was like debating, two different fighters or something like that. But
it wasn't that. It was the thing is, I see a lot of. It's not just him. I see it from other people, like calling Jamie McDonnell a bum. I knew when Nui beat McDonnell.
I'm holla at y'all. Y'all gotta go step inside for a second.
All right, Charles.
I've seen guys on YouTube. I've seen guys on YouTube say Nui when he fought McDonnell and knocked him out 1 round was a bum. But then the same people turn around and defend Golovkin for beating Vanes Matirosian. But if you go by just facts and logic, before that fight, McDonnell was unbeaten in 22 fights and was a champion at the weight class. And I don't think had lost in 10 or 11 years. Whereas Vanes Matirosian was a guy who hadn't fought in 2 years, was coming off a loss, and had never ever fought that middleweight. That's what I'm trying to say. You see, when you call in a guy who was a champion a bum, and the other guy who's not even a champion, well, I think Vanes might have had a couple of close title fights, but he never actually won a title and was never middleweight. When you're defending Vanes, I think that's not consistent. Now, it is a bit different with this. Linares, I don't know if he thinks Ndongo's a bum as well, but it is a bit different. But that's why I see a lot of other people doing it. And I don't think that's fair because you're not really calling it down the middle.
Well, one thing I know, okay, he jumped in the ring. Hey, if y'all say any bum around this dude, Hamed, he going to jump in the ring on your ass. He don't like that word. And I see your point that you're trying to make, man. The fact that hey, these guys, they work their way up the ranks. Some of them guys are former champions, so I wouldn't classify these guys as bums. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what it is. Now there are some guys that lose to a lot of non-top fighters, and they be in wars with a lot of non-top fighters. So At the end of the day,
I see people in the chat that don't like the fact that I'm saying bum. So let me switch it up for, you know what I'm saying, because I see you guys are sensitive. They're not elite. They're not elite fighters. There you go. That'll make it sound better.
All right. So let me see something. You said that when Crawford fought Khan, you said that was a better win than when Lomachenko beat Linares. Is that true or not?
It's a better win, yeah, in my opinion, yeah.
How? Based on what?
You said then Lomo beating Linares? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I mean, David. That is a fanboy logic.
Hell yeah. Crawford beating Khan is a better win than Lomo
at
beating
the time. No. I'm saying at the time.
No, I never said at the time. I said altogether it's a better win.
Yeah, I agree.
You said
agree.
At the
Khan
time,
is still a better win.
Khan has way better wins than Linares.
At the time, Khan
has been knocked out by better opponents. Like, we could even go by knockout.
That's
like
true.
everything Khan is better at. Literally.
That's not debatable.
No, how
it's not even.
How at the time Khan had not beaten anyone in 2 years, had got knocked out. The guy was coming off a shaky win over Vargas just when life and death got dropped. At the time, no, obviously Khan is a better fighter than than Linares, because he's beaten better guys in Judah, Alexander. Obviously, I'm not going to get into that. But at the time, Lomachenko fought Linares.
When we look at Amir Khan, he's lost 5 times, he's been knocked out 4. So I think Jorge Linares is winning on the getting knocked out list right there. 5 wins, 5 losses, 5 knockouts. And then the guys he lost to, Bredis Prescott, let's see here, Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia, Saul Alvarez, Terrence Crawford. Hey, I'd rather take those L's than the other guys that I saw.
At the time Lomachenko fought him, Linares had been stopped 3 times. I think Khan might have been knocked out before. When Crawford fought him, he'd been stopped 3 times as well. That's what I was trying to say. At the time he fought him, Linares for Lomachenko for Linares, he was a champion. He was unbeaten in about 10 or 11 fights. When Crawford fought Khan, Khan had not done nothing since about 20. What was it? 14.
I would say this though. I would say this, that we're talking about Khan had been in more top level competitive fights than somebody like a Jorge Linares. You want to talk about the wins that he got?
No, I'm talking about the time he fought him.
We could go by the last
you talked about the wins, right? You talk about the wins that he was, the winning streak that he was on, right?
The last 2 years, Khan had been knocked out by Canelo and hadn't done nothing since that.
We talking about one of the top pound guys in boxing right now, Canelo.
No, but I'm saying after that, he did not do nothing. Who did he beat after that? That was elite. Or even decent. He went life and death with Samuel Vargas, a guy that Errol Spence and Danny Garcia stopped in 3 rounds.
We could do the same thing with Linares after he got knocked out.
He fought Phil Greco. He fought 2 fights after that. Phil Greco, who he knocked out in 1 round, and then he went like you said, life and death with Samuel Vargas. Okay.
That's what my point is. Khan is finished. At that time, Crawford fought him. That was not the best version of Khan. If Crawford fought him before the Alvarez fight, when he was coming off wins over Calazo, Alexander, Julio Diaz, Molina, at least he had built a record.
Man, you was doing okay with the bum debate, but now you slipping out, fam. To compare Amir Khan to a Jorge Linares, bro, and in whatever time frame you want to talk about, nah, that ain't it.
But context matters.
I gotta go Khan. Bud's victory over Khan was better than Loma's victory over Linares.
No, I'm saying context matters. Though. I think if you look, Enzo Macronelli knocked out Roy Jones. All right, he was a great fighter, but at the time he fought him, the guy was shot. That's what I'm trying to say. Khan, I think, was on the decline, and it's arguably
so when Lomo fought Linares, that was a great win because of the time. Like he was.
I wouldn't say great win. I think Linares was in better shape. I don't think Khan should have been in the ring with Crawford.
Well, if
we're talking about a guy who was undefeated at welterweight, you realize that, right?
No, I'm saying Khan at the time. The guy just went life and death with Samuel Vargas.
I'm just giving you facts. Khan had never been beat at welterweight.
Come on, man. He fought like once or twice at welterweight. The one was
when he lost in his last fight to Canelo Alvarez, that was at a disadvantage weight, man.
I understand what Hamid is saying though, and in a sense, I can actually agree with what he's saying of when he beat him.
That's what.
Then that would make sense, yeah. But if you want to go in totality, then you would have to go with Khan. But if you want to go about like when, in fact, that Lomachenko beat Linares and when Crawford beat Khan, who in my opinion is just a better fighter, doesn't really matter when. But then, yeah, I guess if what you're saying is logical, yeah.
So because Linares had, you saying Linares had more momentum.
Momentum definitely as well. Because when it's like when what's it called, when Crawford fought Khan, he did not look good against Vargas, and he went life and death with a guy he should never have really struggled with. He got dropped. He was shaken, I think, in the 10th round as well. And Samuel Vargas is not a good fighter, so that's what I'm trying to say. When Lomachenko fought what was his name, Linares, the fight before, I think he won like 11 or 10 rounds against Gesta, and the fight before that, I think he dropped and beat Campbell. Even though I think that was competitive, he still clearly won that fight. With Khan, at the time Crawford fought him, obviously I'm not saying I'm blaming Crawford because he had no one else to fight, and I think they fought the biggest name at the time, but at the time Khan was not the same guy. Like, he was damaged goods. It's like if someone beats Linares right now, I would not really give anyone stock because the guy's just been knocked out in one round by, what was the guy's name, Pablo Cesar Cano. Or even if someone beat him after Lomachenko had knocked him out, he had still been knocked out. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Khan had not shown anything since the Canelo fight that he was actually as good as he was before that knockout loss, because that was a bad knockout. And
I mean, to be fair, both Khan and Linares, you're not going to get that much credit for neither, in my opinion. Like I said, people don't like my usage of bum, but to me, Jorge Linares was never an elite fighter, no matter what divisions champions he beat. Just look at the champions he beat to get in those divisions. Same with Broner. Broner did it too. I mean, Floyd. What did Floyd say about Broner? Floyd said, "You're lucky you signed with Al Heyman because I don't even know the names of the champions you beat." And that's the same thing with Jorge Linares. We don't know the champions he beat. These are facts. I mean,
I do think. Do
you know the names of the champions Jorge Linares beat?
I do think what you're saying is true.
You
like, I don't think he was elite, like a top 10.
Okay, so that's my
fighter.
Point.
But at the same time, I do think he was better than Broner, because I do think he beat more champions and he won more titles. Not more titles. He did unify. I mean, and I do think that matters, because I don't think Broner, whenever he was in like a 50-50 fight or anything like that, he did lose nearly all his fights. And even the guys he beat, he barely beat them. Like, what's it called? When
Linares fight was kind of close.
We can say the same thing about Linares too. The guys he beat hardly beat him. Luke Campbell,
he dropped.
But some people thought he lost that fight.
Not many people. A lot of people thought Malnaghi had to draw to beat it, and that was a Malnaghi that was on the decline. Same with Ponce de Leon. This was a guy that was way smaller, had been beaten up before, and that was a robbery. I don't think many people thought Broner won that.
Which fight?
Ponce de Leon. I think it was at 126 or 130. It's super featherweight to featherweight. I can't remember. I think it was super featherweight then. But I don't think Linares and Crawler, any of those fights were close. Like, the first fight was competitive, but he clearly won that. Like, I think he hurt him, and then the second fight he dropped him.
Better be Crawler.
And Mitchell as well. All right, Mitchell did drop him, but he didn't knock him out. Like, that was not a controversial fight. Like,
Broner beat Granados, which I think is a better win than Crawler and whoever.
That was down the line. That was, again, controversial. It
was a good fight. It was very close because at that point, Granados was on his A game. So
that's what I'm trying to say. Broner, in a lot of fights, he has not really left. And Broner has fought better guys, but he's also
beat Antonio DeMarco, who beat Linares.
Yeah, that's the only
He destroyed Antonio DeMarco. It wasn't even close.
Outside that, he hasn't really done much, I'd say. That was a lightweight. I do think Broner should have stayed a lightweight, because since then, at 140, he looked horrible against Malnaghi. Was that 140 or 147? All right, 147. So, and then he got battered by Medana. He looked really bad against Porter, against Pacquiao as well. And Broner, I don't think Linares is that good, but I do think that Linares, at time, you could put him just outside the top 10. just before Lomachenko fought him, I don't think he was elite in terms of a top 10 pound for pound fighter. I don't think Broner was ever close to that. Like, even though he won belts in those weight classes, he never really, outside DeMarco, I don't think he never really was the main guy in the weight class. And he didn't fail. He failed to unify as well. Like,
right, but then we have to then look at Jorge Linares, and then when we do, we only come up with Anthony Crolla or Luke Campbell.
Yeah, no one said Linares has got a great resume. Like,
no, I'm saying, but you just said it's better than Broner, but it's I don't think it's.
It is better based on unifying a weight class, and I think he's beaten guys more convincingly. The guys that his biggest wins.
But those guys that he fought are not as good as the guys that Broner fought. They're just
Ponce de Leon and guys like that.
Yeah, Ponce de Leon is better than Crolla. I'm sorry, bro. And Granados is way better than Crolla. I'm sorry.
Paulie Malignaggi at the time
better. Paulie Malignaggi better.
Paulie Malignaggi was way past. Just because you beat someone,
he was a champ.
It's still
at
better.
the time he fought it. No, but I'm saying there was a contentious fight. Like, that was about 4 or 5 fights. Like,
but I mean, I think I think what we're doing right now is just nitpicking.
Right.
We're nitpicking.
He disagreed. The main thing, man, you kind of emphasize your point, Hamed, as far as, you just didn't like the bum reference. Unbiased made his point that, okay, not elite, so he's making his point that Linares is not, he's not in the upper echelon of elite fighters, and based on his resume, based on being stopped 5 times in his 5 losses, and his biggest names being Crolla and we say Luke Campbell or something like that, which I never knew those guys. I've never heard of them until like the last few days. Luke Campbell being that he's
that was a big fight in the UK. That was a unification.
Yeah, I'm just talking about me personally. I had never heard of him until just recently when I heard he's going to be fighting for the vacant WBC versus Lomo.
Campbell. I thought you talked about Crolla.
Campbell. And then Crolla.
Campbell was a gold medalist. Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from that point. But like I said, I know now that if anybody talking that bum shit, Hamed gonna jump in the ring on you niggas quick.
It's not even that bad. It's just.
But yeah, I mean, but I heard you made a lot of points as far as trying to, you kind of like discredited certain guys' wins and said that, well, look at the time frame when they fought him. Like you wanted to kind of discredit Crawford.
That's not discrediting. That's not discrediting.
Let me ask you something. Is Scott Quigg a bum?
Whoa. I mean, you can't say that now. I do think at the time Frampton fought him, that was a good win. Since then, he hasn't really done nothing. So,
what about Sam Edgington?
Are you serious? Of course he's a bum, man.
So you don't care about using it now?
But Sam Edgington. Sam Edgington has never won a title. He's never a champion. Yo, you just nitpicking. When did Sam Edgington win a title? When did Sam Edgington win a title?
You to that shit, bro. He got you on the bum list now. Okay, so
Sam Edgington never won a title, was never a champion, hasn't beaten anyone.
He hasn't.
So how could you compare?
I was just trying to see who you would classify as a bum.
No, because I see Lopez doing this a lot. I'm not saying on that level.
No, don't bring him up.
I'm just saying because he will cater to his crowd, but cater to certain fighters, but then he's not consistent. The only thing I see Lomachenko's fan was doing this to Crawford. The resume and the guys he's beaten, like his biggest wins and that, and try and denigrate it. And I see the opposite with Crawford fanboys as well.
Like, I think
I like both guys. I think
Lomachenko's best win to me would be Gary Russell, because Gary Russell was in his prime. At that time, he was probably ranked number 1. I mean, not number.
And he's a current champion right now.
He's a current champion right now, and he's calling everybody out, and he's getting ducked. So
he's ducked now. He's the one who's been inactive, man.
No, but he's been calling these guys out so that
he's also been fighting once a year, and he's been very inactive. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation because Al Heyman is, he's not really pressuring these guys on the PBC side to fight them. I got to kind of wrap it up, man. I got to handle some business today. But yeah, man, good little debate, man. Good little debate.
Yo, shout out to Hamid, man. He came in here. He gave me that work.
Yeah.
Hamid got the W today, guys.
I don't know about that, man. You know what? I don't really look at it like that. When I'm trying to debate, I'm just trying to find out what someone means, because sometimes you don't understand. Like yesterday with that guy, that was someone I was trying to actually prove wrong. With you, I was trying to see your logic, and if you're consistent, then that's that's your opinion. That's all I was trying to say, because I just thought is a
right. All
struggling
thing y'all was
category.
doing was people saying split draw. It was almost like y'all was just debating an opinion. But one thing that you was able to do was to get unbiased to change his perspective from bum to not elite. And so, I mean, that was cool. To me, I didn't really consider it a real debate, because I'm like, are y'all debating about comparing two fighters or whatever the case? But y'all was just talking about opinions.
I don't really disagree with him too much, because I got Crawford as the number one pound for pound fighter, and I've never really said Lomachenko's resume is the greatest. Like I don't even think Crawford's resume, if you just want to go by resume, is better than Canelo, but I do think Crawford is the most accomplished, and the guy's been the most consistent fighter who's beaten the most champions. So I like both guys, but I do think Lomachenko is a top at the moment, a top 5 pound for pound fighter. So like,
Yeah.
I do think that some people, like I've seen, say Crawford's not even in the top 10 or top 5, which I find it crazy. And then you'll see the same with the other. I'm not saying unbiased. I've seen a couple of people say Lomachenko's not even in the top 10. So I do think it's a bit extremist on both sides of the fighters. But I do like both guys. Like I don't root against either one of those guys. So hopefully we get to see them both fight the best guys in the weight classes. I think if Crawford could get Spence, that would be a really good win. And if Lomachenko could get maybe Mikey, I don't know if he's coming back down. Maybe Tank Davis would be a good name, but
Shit.
I wouldn't mind Teofimo
I'm
Lopez.
disappointed with Mike, man. Most people say if I could be like Mike, not Mikey Garcia. I'm good on that.
He talking about fighting Spence again, man. He need to just
we done.
But I don't blame him. They're coming back down from 147 to 135. That could be quite bad, and I don't know if people would give Lomachenko credit, because that'd be a lot of weight cut. And
but it's not like Mikey took that much damage. Clearly, if he wants the rematch, so it's if he did go back down, you could give Lomachenko
that fight don't even make sense for Loma though. He vacated the strap.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
For what? Like, there's no need to fight Mike at this point. You got nothing.
Before he vacated, he had the belt, or the WBC belt, didn't he?
He had the WBC.
Yeah, he stripped. He got stripped, or did he vacate it just
vacated.
now?
He vacated.
Oh, he vacated. Yeah. Before that happened, they could have fought. That would have been a unification.
That's why I say he dug Loma. He dug Loma to get that.
Yeah, he did in a way. I think
to catch that L from Errol. He rather lose to Errol, keep the L in the family, on the PBC family, than to lose it to a top rank fighter. So
it was similar to Brook. Cal Brook and Jesse Vargas were meant to fight, and Brook ended up fighting Golovkin. Like, they saw it as a high risk.
You mean when he was supposed to fight Errol?
No.
Then he went up and then came back down, and then fought his
mandatory. It was meant to be Vargas in the unification. I don't think the IBF mandated the. What was it? The IBF.
I think he would have beat Vargas, but I don't know why.
They thought it was a risky fight, didn't they? Because the guy did go 12 rounds with Pacquiao. I do think Vargas might have had a chance. I would have favored Brook as well, though.
Vargas is washed now.
Yeah, it's over for him right now.
He struggled with that.
That was another guy, Bruna, had a controversial decision.
Yeah, that was.
I'm not saying Vargas is a bad fighter though. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of the guys he's fought, majority.
But
you can't. But you
a tough fight, and this is talking about a current, a former welterweight champion.
Yeah, Vargas was a good fighter. That's what I'm saying. Bruna, a lot of these fights are
Vargas dominated or some shit. It was a tough fight. So Bruna did.
I actually thought Bruna might have nicked it, or it was a draw. I'd have to rewatch it, because I kept falling asleep in that fight. That was like really late. But a lot of people thought Vargas got robbed.
Vargas just struggled with not Soto, the guy before
Delome, the guy that Crawford knocked out.
Yep, he struggled with him, man.
That was a close fight as well, man.
I thought he lost, actually.
They both dropped each other.
I don't understand why DAZN put that much stock in Vargas, like as if he's going to be some, you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, why y'all freaking putting this shine and promo behind him? I think he was one of the, you got to remember, he was one of the earlier, remember when DAZN was struggling to get fighters? He was one of the earlier ones. So he was just like, well, shit, this is all we can get for right now. You know, he's one of the earlier seeds that the zone was able to get. Now they're getting guys like Canelo, Devin Haney, and the list goes on. So, you know, he's on the back. He in the back
Yeah,
seat.
but don't you think that'd be a good fight for Crawford if he can't get any of the PBC welters? Vargas just got knocked out Soto, and I think if you're looking at Kell Brook, Vargas, Jesse Vargas, or
I mean, I guess
Collazo, I wouldn't say Vargas would be the worst
another
choice.
body on a resume. He can get Vargas, but Vargas gonna get stopped. I'll put money on him.
Yeah, he
but
would.
He's better win than Collazo at this point in the stage. I don't.
Yo, why you keep saying Collazo? You said Collazo versus Bud on pay-per-view the other day too.
That was rumored on Facebook. People are saying,
Bro,
better not be, bro.
Crawford was gonna fight. Bob Arum was lining up Collazo after Danny Garcia pulled out. Then Khan stepped in, so that was good in a way.
But pay-per-view, no, stop.
Yeah,
don't know. But when he was meant to fight Collazo, and then he fought
Collazo struggling to get followers on social media. I'm like, I mean, I follow him, but it ain't, you know. This ain't what it is, you know.
Hey, Black, thanks for having me on, Hamid. It was a good debate. Take your W and have a good day, sir.
I don't know about that. You're being sarcastic. I don't know what your intention is. But anyway, you're good speaking to you, man.
Yeah, man, no doubt, man. Peace.
All right, nice.
I had it as a pretty even. Y'all made some good points, man. You actually made him change, you know, retract from his bum talk. But then at the end, you started saying Scott Quigg was a bum. I was like, shit, it was close.
No, I wasn't sure because I thought he meant. Is that what he means? I wouldn't call him a bum.
He did a slick veteran move on you, bro. At the end, I was like,
I don't think Scott Quigg is a bum. But if someone calls him that, I wouldn't argue. At this point of the stage of his career, Quigg hasn't done anything since that fight with Frampton. Like, he won a title, and I do think Eggington is, though. Eggington is not a good fighter, but if you've seen that guy fight, then that guy is a pretty bad fighter. But, yo, it's good to talk to you, man.
Hey, man, you solid, bro. You solid, you know what I mean? Where you represent again, man? I know you UK.
What do you mean?
Somebody said something about Wales. Are you in Wales?
That's the one.
Shout out to Wales, UK, man. Y'all got some solid dudes out there. I'm glad you're part of this UDC team, man. So, yeah, man, anytime you want to jump in, man, you're always welcome, man, to deliver that smoke,
no worries. What about Dr. What was the guy's name? Dr. Blake?
Yeah, you bodied that, man.
You need to get that guy back.
Yeah, man. I think he probably on vacation, you know, like Mikey. You know, after taking a loss like that, you got to take some time out, spend time with the family, and he'll probably be back. So, you know, that'll be good. Nice little round two. But I don't know if people want to see that rematch. That's just like Errol dominate Mikey. Nobody want to see that rematch like that, man. So it was pretty bad. But you did your thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's back to back.
One thing I will say though, I forgot to mention this. I do see someone in the comment section saying, when I meant at the time Lomachenko fought Linares was like the number one or was arguably the best lightweight. When Khan fought Crawford, someone made a good point. Was he even a top 10 welterweight? I do think that's true. I don't think at the time Crawford fought him, he was barely he was definitely not top 5. Okay, he was a different weight class, but I don't even think he was a solid top 10 welterweight at the time. So that was that's what I meant by at the time we fought him, context.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But nonetheless, Khan was a big name, and I think he was one of the few guys that could probably actually fight and get on pay-per-view, even though the numbers weren't that good. But
right, and then it wasn't like Crawford had that many options, man. Nobody was.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't blame Crawford for that. It's just I was comparing the guy that he fought.
Time frame of when it. Yeah, so I agree with you there. Linares definitely had more momentum than Amir Khan.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will have to be credit to Lomo for being in a tougher fight against Linares, who had that momentum, than somebody like Khan, who, you know what I mean, struggled with who's a Samuel, whatever that guy, you know what I'm saying?
Samuel Vargas.
Samuel Vargas, you know what I mean? So yeah, good point there, man. But yeah, I gotta shut it down, man. It's actually me and my wife's anniversary, man. So
no, it is, man. Yeah, have a good day, man. Good day, good speaking.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate y'all that tuned in, man. You know what I'm saying, in the UGC, even the ones catching playback. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, leave a comment below. Let us know what y'all think about Spence Porter unification. Lomachenko getting that crack at the vacant WBC. against Luke Campbell, possibly. And then, Mikey, he need to have several seats. He talking about he want to have a rematch with Errol Spence. I don't know which one of y'all want to see that shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Mikey get dominated again. That ain't it. That ain't it. That's not a good look. He vacated his WBC strap at 135. And I don't want to see Errol. I want to see Mikey get in there and get dominated again by Errol. I'm sure Errol would love to take that quick ass back again. You know what I mean? Like, if you want it, you can get it again. After I get to WBC, I'll shine if he can do it. So y'all let us know y'all thoughts. Shout out to the chat, man. Everybody that participated. We're gonna keep doing this, man. Weekdays, man. You know what I'm saying? In the mornings, and we usually have all the fellas up here. At least about 5-6 people on the panel. But at the end of the day, y'all catch us weekdays every morning on the Black Horseman, your host, and I'll catch you guys on the next.